Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Kismet. I'm a gamer and a cartographer all at the same time. Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. So I don't think we're going to be doing any cartography today, but we can get you guys in. Whip right over there. Get this going on. So much stuff to get going on today. Oh, man. We got it lined up this week, everybody. Struggling to get up today, but I got up and I said, nope, we're going to play some games. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get in, played some Fallout 76, already ready to go. Of course, some Stream Raiders as well. Sadly, we didn't quite get that last one, but I believe in you guys. I think we're going to get it today. We'll get in there, get it going on, but let's first say hello to all of you over here in the chat. Big time. Let's see who's in. Who's the first one I see in the chat today? Akia, first one in the chat. Good to see ya. Flux coming in. I like the little baby Yota. Oh, he's so cute. He's just flying up and down. Hello. I heard you do the hi command too, Flux. That was pretty funny. I love those commands. I'm still working on more. We're trying to get it going. Notorious DDK coming in, showing some love. A little Norbert love there. Happy May the 4th, everybody. May the 4th be with you. As a huge Star Wars fan, but not a super fan. I like Star Wars, but I can't tell you who the fifth guy is in Scene 37. Fifth guy back on Scene 37. I'm not that much of a fan, but I was there when it began, everybody. 1977, Man Chinese Theater. I was there. As a 7-year-old child. Got to see it when it released. I'm talking old school. And I hope they one day make more than those first 3 movies that they made one day. I hope they do. Because I don't recognize any movies except for the first 3. If you know what I mean. The one that came out in 1977 and then in the 80s and then the late 80s. By the way, I stood in line for that, everybody. And there was lines around the block, man. And we went to this place in California called the Cinedome, which is a massive, massive dome that they have. And in there they have IMAX size projector, right? The old school projector, the real projector that they would project those on. And it literally went out the door, around the thing, all around the back of it like that. And it was, it was like huge. Like the parking lot was like half a mile, everybody. It was massive, massive area. Big time. And that place was packed. And everybody was all dressed up and whatnot on the second and the third one. Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. See, now the first one, nobody was dressed up because no one, knew what it was all about. But man, once you watched it, man, you were never the same. You were never the same again. You expected way more from your movies after that movie, right? You expected the spectacle. You expected the epic level of effects and all of that stuff. No more would you settle for the lower end movie, at least as a kid. So there you go. Paul coming in. Hey, Raz, what up? Again, thanks for coming in, hanging out, and happy 4th to you as well. Word coming in. Cheers. Yeah, there you go. Got a little cheers going on there. I'm going to call you Mede. Hopefully I'm getting your name right. Hello and welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Is that the first movie that went backwards in the series? No, there was other movies I think had prequels. Actually, Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the Fallout. So, I think there was other prequels. I can't think of it offhand, though. But I was totally into Star Wars, everybody. I had the Death Star. I had all the figures. I had the $500, which is how much it's worth now if it was still in the box. The big Boba Fett, right? And the big Han Solo and the big Chewbacca and Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker and, of course, all the other characters like Ben Kenobi and whatnot. The one I'm looking forward to most is Ben Kenobi. I think they should have, not shown whiny little Darth Vader, little emo Darth Vader movie. That sucked. I hated that pod racing. But did you know that I actually got to go to BioWare, who was making Star Wars The Old Republic, as guild leader? And we went to one of those places where you watch movies and you can also eat at the same time. And those people made me watch episode 1 again, and I watched it for free, and I didn't even like it. I thought, well, I'll give it another shot, right? But the second that pod racing kicked in, I was dozing off. I did not like the pod racing. It seemed like it went on forever. I was not into it at all. I was like, nope, you lost me on that one. And then, of course, all the political BS and whatnot. I was like, Nobody wants to watch politics in their movies. At least I don't. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. You know, hey, let's sit here and watch the people debate stuff for like an hour or two. We're watching Star Wars here. There should be some like Jedi training going on. There should be people flipping all over the place and battling it out and whatnot. And they gave us one little scene of that where they're all fighting and whatnot. But I don't like any movie. And really, I don't like to play games that the evil person is the hero, right? And that's been a big shift, everybody. Since Star Wars, what has happened ever so slowly, and I don't know if you guys noticed, put a one in the chat if you have, that they're starting to aggrandize or make the evil person the kind of hero in there. And that actually has a toll. Like in Lord of the Rings Online, you could actually play as the orcs and all of them. You could play as the evil people. On World of Warcraft, right? You could play as the Horde, right? And you can play as the quote-unquote evil people. Now, of course, from their point of view, you're the hero of your story from your point of view. And I guess if, friends of mine would tell me, hey, well, Kismet, if you listen to the lore and all of that, they're also the heroes from their thing. And I'm like, well, that's the way it is in life, everybody. Most people are the hero of their own story, or they just don't realize they're evil, one or the other. But I don't like to play the evil character. I like to play the Luke Skywalker, the Han Solo, the Ben Kenobi style thing, or Chewbacca. Chewbacca still needs his medal, man. What's up with that? What's up with that? Poor Chewbacca didn't get his medal. Right? He was driving Millennium Falcon. Who else was helping him out there, He should have got some love. There you go. Welcome to Treasure Room. Is that what it said? That's exactly what it said. Yep, that's what it says. Welcome to Treasure Room, and when the things come down. There we go. Hey, what up, No Man and TARDIS? What up? Oh, I gotta get on Discord here. Hold on. Yeah, I've been streaming so much, working on so much stuff. I don't even know what day it is or what the heck I'm doing, everybody. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun. Let's dive into. We're gonna do some battles. We're gonna do some 76, and then later we're gonna play one called Terraformers. We got some Learn to Play on that. Then later tonight, some Dune Spice Wars RTS game. Now remember, when we do Terraformers and we do Dune Spice Wars, those are Learn to Play. So you're welcome to backseat game all you want. All right, let's get into it. All right, now we looked at this yesterday. Some of the stuff, of course, I love the Red Rocket stuff. I'm a big fan of Red Rocket Vault-Tec kind of stuff. I had to have these connectors right here. These are what I've been kind of waiting on. I love these little connectors so I could, put it with the rest of my Red Rocket theme there eventually when I build that out. We're not going to build out too much stuff today. Free caps for a level 4 person. That's a lot of money right there. I'm level 4 right now, everybody. Look at me and my newbiness. Let me get me going. Now, again, I'm going to stay out of the adventure mode for right now. I'm going to stay in my private server. Now, if you want to run around with me, know that we are running around as little low-level noobs. And if you've, geared out your newbie character with, incredibly awesome weapons or anything like that, don't bother to run with us, everybody. We're gonna be doing very slow newbie stuff. We might do some daily stuff. But if I can't do it, no worries. I got some atoms. I'll use those. The most important thing is that I get my character restarted and get him going. Now, again, we're trying to get those Steam achievements, so I deleted all my previous characters and, of course, started over again. I think my last character was level 460-something. I can't remember. Oh, hey, super loot down there. Oh, someone just got you a ton of loot. Who is that? Akia. Better show Akia some love in the chat. Let's see. Paul got some. Word got it. Flux, Raz, the Taurus CDK, and Akia all just got some super loot. Right, look, there's one left. Exclamation jump. Now remember, you're about 10 to 20 seconds delayed depending on your connection from me. So when it's about middle and you're way on the right or the left and it's coming your way, you want to exclamation jump right there in the chat. And try to grab that gold. Of course, that gold is tied to the stream avatars there. You can unlock more avatars if you haven't already done so. And, of course, save it up in the future because we're going to be adding even more. Because I'm always working on like 100 other things, everybody. I'm always working on stuff big time. Well, I guess we're just logging into Fog today. Now, I think my camp is incredibly reduced compared to my previous camp, right? Very, very small. Compared to it, but you still got to do the same thing every day where you go in and you go ahead and check all your stuff. You see, I've got some leather. I've got some apparel. I think I'm really going to get heavy into my armor this time, too. Anything else that we can go ahead and scrap there? Let's see. Let's go under mods. No mods. All right. So we already put all of that in there. I want to put a stash out here. Now, again, this is just the start of my base. And again, let's see what level I'm at. Yeah, I'm at level 4. And so what we're doing is I restarted the whole entire character because we moved from the Bethesda launcher, which I've now, uninstalled all the games. I've moved it from Bethesda launcher to Steam. And so to get all of the achievements in Steam, you need to start a new character. Now, you don't necessarily need to delete your character like me because I'm a little crazy, but you definitely need to play through again to get those achievements. So I just said YOLO, everybody. And again, see, I don't tie my ego or, how awesome that I am to my level or what kind of weapons I have or whatever. I tie any game to the enjoyment I get out of the game. Now, remember, this is my 6th playthrough now. And I enjoy the game. I have fun playing it. And that's really the basis of any game. If you have fun playing it, then it's a good game, in my opinion. It might not always be the one with the best graphics or be the most stable game in some instances. I'm not just talking about this game, but other games as well. But it's definitely enjoyable to play. And that's all that I measure stuff by. Is it fun to play? Is it fun to get into it? Now, we've got some basic stuff over here. Search for traces of the Overseer in Flatwoods. Build a crane treasure hunting incorporated sign. And so on. Now, we need to kind of evaluate where our character currently is. Now, in the earlier part of the game, your food and water makes a difference, everybody. It really does. So make sure that you got something to keep yourself going here, for sure. Let's see. What else? I think we got some corn there. So let's just have some squirrel on a stick here. Again, look at that. 424 caps already, and I'm only level 4. All right, let's do it. A little boil water to get our AP points up, get our resistance going there. Not much food there. We might have to do a little pop over for some food, and we need fertilizer, so we need to work on that. Hey, there's TARDIS. Let's before I get too far into it, let's go ahead and create. What the heck? There we go. Create new team. Intelligence. There we go. So again, now, again, if you get bored doing the low-level stuff, everybody, or if you've already leveled up and you don't want to, you're not interested in doing the low-level stuff, that's okay, everybody. Believe me, in like a week, I'm going to be very much high level, I'm sure. Especially when we get serious about getting into quests and things like that. Now, again, if you don't mind waiting for the old man to, meander around and read all the text and do all of that, then you'll be fine. But if you want to run ahead and go real fast and run to the next thing and all of that, I'm going to just be taking my time. Now, again, one of the things you want to do, and one of the nice things about this area, is there's a bit of loot laying around, right? There's coffee cups. A little touch of lag there. We got some 45 rounds there. A little coffee cups here. There's actually a dresser there. A little scavenger trying to scavenge my loot. 38. We got a flare gun. Oh, I forgot about the flare gun. Oh, yeah. Man, it's been a while. And then there's actually a little bit of loot back here. Now, remember, every time I log in, every 24 hours or so, that loot is going to respawn. So we can keep grabbing that. Another great thing about this particular area is the fact that it does have some wood. You're going to need wood for doing boiled water. So you got that. You got yourself a little soot flower right here. And the really annoying thing is you can't take this darn thing out there. We got wild potatoes out here. And I think that's about it for that. Yeah. Now, again, remember, this stuff is going to go bad over time, so you're going to end up doing it again. Now, what I really need to do is unlock some of the workbenches and things of that nature. Let's go look in my notes and see if I have gotten any stuff yet. No, not yet. Okay. And how are we looking over here? We've got a bunch of stuff, both melees and ranged weapons, ready to go. So let's go ahead and start with our melee weapon, ranged weapon. Let's reload that. Let's get our sound on. There we go. Secondary weapon. And knife. All right, there we go. All right, just you want to definitely keep that stuff loaded before you go out there, especially if you're only level 4. Now, before we get too much into it, let's go ahead and get you guys some battles in. We want to get as many battles in as we can today. Let's do it. To battle! All right, I'm just going to say keep playing. We're going to start up a battle. You're like, Kismet, how do I join you guys for battles? Well, here's what you're going to see in the chat. You're going to see a link in there. You click that link, you go up to Stream Raiders, you log in if you've already done it, or you sign up if you haven't. Then what you do is you go in and through your web browser, both on mobile and on desktop, you can find me, your Captain Kismet, and you can go ahead and start putting your units down here on our board here. And then what it does, we run out there, and of course, based on how many kills and assists that you get, is how much loot you're going to get, and of course, how much you can level up your characters. Now, you can also take your money you got, like I got 134 gold there, and you can wander on down here. Let's see if we got anything to unlock here. Nope, we got all those. We can wander on down here to the store, and then we go to scrolls, and we can go ahead and see if we've got any. Oh, right there. Very nice. All right, so we got that going on. Apparently, we've got an army upgrade that we can afford here. The Saints. Yeah, there we go. Our Saint got leveled up. Very nice. And then you kind of rinse and repeat that, right? You just be part of the battles. You get a bunch of loot. Then you can also put your epics down. That helps a lot. Remember, if you don't see a healer down, because I usually do a tank, but if you don't see a healer, put a healer down. If you don't see a tank, put a tank down. It's always good to start with your tanks or your warriors. If you're unsure, or actually even better is to start with your range unit, right? So say you're new to the game, you're like, hey, Kismet, I don't know what to do. I would start with your range unit first, put it back just a little bit so it doesn't get owned right at the very beginning. And then what happens is that unit will go on cooldown for 10 minutes. But in 5 minutes, you can put down another unit like your warrior or your tank, right? So now you got 2 units down within 10 minutes. And then when another 5 minutes goes by, guess what? Now your range unit is back up again. Remember, every unit makes a difference. Remember, you can always, every 5 minutes, you can put down a tank and you can put down a warrior. Every 10 minutes, you can put down a range unit. And then, of course, based on which other units you've unlocked, they're a lot longer based on whether they're legendary or if they're, epic units. They'll all vary. But your basic units, you can always put those down every 5 to 10 minutes. So you can get up to about 6 units. Now, if you do get all 6 units down and you are the MVP, then I give 1,000 Kiss Caps out to the stream. Now, just like I said, everybody, and I did put it in the chat, but we'll put it in there later because I want you guys to get some loot first before everybody else figures out that I'm doing giveaways. Because you guys are the loyal people who are in my channel no matter what I'm playing, and I appreciate that. And that's really what these giveaways are for. But they're not for random people. But, random people come in and win it. Awesome. But they're really for you guys. For you guys who always hang out on my stream. You're like, Kismet, I don't even like this game, but I like hanging out with you and with the community. And I know who you are. I know who you are, everybody. All right, we're going to give you guys a Cyber Archer skin. We're going to give somebody a chance at winning it here. Let me go ahead and get it going on up here. Oh, that's cool looking too. All right, there we go. We're going to get that started. There we go. Now, this is why it's hard to run with me, everybody, because I'm always doing a whole bunch of other things while I'm also playing the game. I appreciate how patient TARDIS is and all my other peeps are as well. All right, so I've got that giveaway started. Now you're like, well, Kismet, how do I be part of the giveaway? Well, let's get you guys started on this. Let's go back to my other screen, and I'll have s.p.e.c.i.a.l come up, tell you all about it. All right, my buddy Little Saltbot going to tell you all about it. He's all animated too. Wait till you see some cool stuff I've got coming, everybody. I got some killer stuff coming down the way. Super excited about it. But here's Saltbot to tell you about it. Take it away, Saltbot.
Thanks, Kismet. I'll give them a quick overview. Hi, I'm Saltbot. Let's talk about what are Kiss Caps, how to earn them, and how to enter Kismet's giveaways. What are Kiss Caps? Kiss Caps are loyalty points for watching Kismet's stream. Use them for contests and giveaways. How do you earn Kiss Caps? You earn 100 Kiss Caps by going to the Twitch menu in the upper right corner, open your chat in a new window and type /host space Kismet. You earn 1000 Kiss Caps by hitting the follow button. plus get free emotes to use in Kismet's channel. Work together with your fellow teamwork tycoons in chat. Type !RT, then click the last link, hit the like and retweet buttons and everyone gets 1000 Kiz caps for every 5 retweets. For those of you who want to go above and beyond, you can donate to the stream. The more you donate, the bigger bag of Kiz caps you get. Plus you can subscribe using your Twitch Prime or choose one of the 3 levels of sub support for 5000 Kiz caps. This also unlocks all the awesome Kismet emotes, holiday emotes and animated emotes. Plus while you are lurking in chat, you're earning 3 times the Kiz caps and have 3 times the chance to win giveaways. How to enter Kismet's giveaway? First type !loot in the chat to see how many Kiz caps you have. For every 10 Kiz caps you can buy 1 ticket. Here are several ways to put in tickets for the giveaway. Type !ticket space max to enter as many tickets as you can. This can only be done upon first entering the giveaway. Or type !ticket space 1. Everyone gets a free ticket and a chance to win. To increase your chance to win, you can buy more tickets like 10, 1000, up to 10,000 tickets. This is a promotion from Kismet and his supporters. Twitch does not sponsor or endorse broadcaster promotions and is not responsible for them. Thank you for being an amazing part of the stream and good luck. Back to you, Kismet. Happy streaming.
Well, thank you, s.p.e.c.i.a.l. Appreciate that. Now, what you missed when I was doing that is I just jumped over to my favorite place at the beginning of the game, right here, Sylvia Homestead. I jumped over there, grabbed a little bit of corn, and I have now run back to Charleston's area here. And we're going to go ahead and cook ourselves up a little bit of corn soup. So let's go ahead and do that. Hit Q to just shrink it down to what we've got. We've also got some ability here. How much corn we got? 11. So there we go. We don't have enough boiled water. We got some grilled rad roach we can make. Now, very rarely do you ever see me use food and water, only at the very beginning of the game, because it is pretty much vital at the beginning of the game, because you will be such a noob like me, and you will definitely have you'll have struggles with the amount of damage the mobs can do to you, right? Especially if you're in there with other high-level peeps. And that's why I'm staying out of the adventure mode. If I go in the adventure mode and I'm running around these areas, those people are going to be like level 1,000. So all the mobs are going to be level 50, 100, and my little level 4 character is going to get owned. I mean, he got level 0 just from those level 25s that were running around. So we don't want a reenactment of that. But if it does happen, oh well. We'll just keep on rocking anyway. Now, another thing to do while you're here, right, is to check your suitcases out here, to check your trash cans, and start to backlog, especially if you have Fallout first here. You want to start to backlog as much resources as possible. This is what I call super looting, everybody. And you see there's some seafood there. There was some stuff in there. No nuke this time. If you do have some caps to burn, you definitely want to buy some cigarettes. Now, the reason why you want to get cigarettes is because it has plastic, cloth, and asbestos in it. But I get it mainly for the plastic, so you'll see me buying that out of there. And then I'll literally go around. Now, again, this is why this area is so great, is there is just tons of loot laying around. So you can go ahead and check that guy and go up here and see if there's any loot there. There's usually a teddy bear over here. Looks like it's already been looted. Now, it remembers, by the way, ooh, look at that, loose screws. It remembers where you have looted before. So if I've already looted this within a certain amount of time, I think it's like 20 hours or something like that, then it will remember what I have looted. And then when you go to loot it, and when you log back in again, it may not be there. As I noted when I went to go get the corn, I was only able to get a little bit of the corn because I had gotten it later in the day yesterday. So it's still a bit on cooldown over there. But I will go around and there's a whole bunch of places. Oh, nuclear protection.
Pulowski, nuclear protection on a budget.
I love it every time. Those people got so scammed, everybody. That's of one thing you don't want to get scammed, and that's the nuclear protection thing, you know. That was a total scam. Whoever paid for that got owned. Of course, you know, who came and got the money? I'm really wondering if those people survived the the thing themselves. I wonder if they were in a vault. Anybody know if the Pulowskis were in a vault? That would be a great little kind of follow-up, maybe in a future Fallout. The Pulowskis are really the secret, leaders of the a certain faction. I almost said what the faction was. Of a certain faction or two. I don't want to spoil anything. Even though this game's been out for 3 years, or even Fallout 1 or any of the games, I try not to spoil, storyline and stuff like that. I don't like it spoiled for me. I'm sure you guys don't like it spoiled for you. Now, you can see I found a bunch of loot there. So really easy. Just grab that loot, throw it in the scrap box. Now, boom, look at that. Now we're getting going, right? Funny thing is, you know how much stuff I give away or deleted? Literally tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of resources like that. Again, the journey. It should be the fun part, everybody. If you're bored in the game, start a new character. Again, you don't have to delete your character, but I would at least start a new character when you move over to Steam to try to get those Steam achievements. Now, I don't even know what they are. I don't want to know what they are. I want them to happen naturally as I go along. The one thing I did notice, though, when I did come over here and I look at my challenges and I look at my character, it does remember all of the stuff you did. And I have about 1,200 hours here in Fallout 76 on the PC. You got to think also I have a bunch of hours on the Xbox and the PS4 because I played on there as well. I've played since it launched and I've never stopped playing. So I've played it this whole entire time. So I could have 10,000 hours if I was playing it all day, every day, but I kind of feel like I would be burned out if I were to do that. Now, we do have some dailies that we can go ahead and start going. Now, one of the problems with where I'm at now is that I don't have enough resources to build out my base because I'm going to need a lot of concrete. I'm going to need a lot of that stuff to get going. And also, if I try to take on these invaders from beyond, I'm going to get owned, and I didn't have enough caps to even teleport yet, which is always fun. I always find that kind of stuff fun. Buy an item or sell an item to another player. Oh, there we go. While well fed. Complete an event while well fed. That's an interesting one. Eat a cooked meal. All right, I think we can get some of these done. Now, again, I'm definitely not going to another well fed one there. I'm not going to be able to get most of it done, especially like take a camera picture. I might be able to still. I wonder if I can still make like the stuff from before. Let's see. Let's try to craft, and let's see. We have like the pepper shaker or something like that. No, I can see that it actually cleared all of those ones that we had before. Now, that's okay, everybody. I'll go in and I'll get them again, or maybe not. Maybe I'll never get them again. We'll see how it goes, right? And we'll get new stuff and get new stuff going on. TARDIS is very, very patient over there. He's like, Kismet. Ah, God, bro. Hey, this is like just how it normally is. All right, let's go ahead and put all of this in here. Let's go ahead and eat one of those corn soups, soot flour. Again, I don't need to carry this stuff around me. One of the other cool things about being low level, everybody, is that, there we go, got that done, is the fact that you have a really low amount of stuff on you. If you look right down there, over there, it's kind of hard to see. It says 33 of 160. So I basically have a ton of room in my inventory, which makes me happy. That means I can super loot as much as I want. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to backtrack. And let me say hello to TARDIS in here. I got to turn the thing on. Buttons. Or not. Come on, Discord. No? Not today? There we go. Hey, TARDIS, I'm going to jump back to Flatwoods and kind of go back to where the Overseer's camp is, and then I'm going to walk from the Overseer's camp down into Flatwoods. Just a heads up. All right. I like to let everybody know who's on Discord, what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'm going. That's called communication. I know, it's a crazy idea, right? Communicate with your peeps. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to run over there and get into some trouble. Over there. Did I not press the button over here? Hold on a second, everybody. I got to press the button, flip some switches. I did actually not hit return. There we go. Now I hit return over there in my mod chat. I meant to tell my mods the stream was live, and I typed it in there, but I never hit return. I just noticed it on my other monitor over here. I think they know it's live now. I think they probably already figured it out before then, but oh well. All right, get my stream writers together. Again, thanks everybody for all the love yesterday as well. Okay, let's get down here and let's see. So, explore Hornwright, craft a piece of armor, perhaps. Oh, why didn't I get credit for that? Place your own camp. Oh, they're going to make me move my camp again. Yeah, look at the miscellaneous came back up again. All right, well, let's just do what we got to do then. Make a board. Now, again, one of the cool things is that it actually keeps that as an item. Let's just say right leg. There we go. Explore Hornwright Industrial HQ. What the heck, really? Oh, way down there. No, I'm not doing that right now. I'm way too low level for that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here at the camp. And, of course, they've added all of this in Wastelanders. They're called Wayward, which is basically like a little tavern, little house here that you go ahead and interact with some new peeps. Now, down the road here, and the way that I'm looking is actually going up toward the airport area up here at the top. I'm not going that way. I'm actually going this way toward Flatwoods. We're going to go ahead and see what kind of loot and stuff that we can find. So let's get out on the road. Get your yellow fedora on, everybody. Get your snacks, get your drinks, settle in. We're going to have a good day today. Oh, look at TARDIS over here. Oh, now there's a man who knows how to build stuff. What's he doing? Concrete extractor. Real smart. Look at that. He's got his thing going. He's got... Oh, I forgot me. Yeah, I can do my popcorn and my honey stuff. Oh, you're so smart. So smart, bro. Look at TARDIS. Very smart. I like your fez, too. I got a good friend of mine, Dr. Gluon, who is an awesome guy who wears his fed.
If I get a gun and a nice suit of power armor, you can sign me right up. Ad Victorium? I think that's what they'd say.
Hey, say it right, soldier. Ad Victorium.
Keep fighting out there.
Over my head. Sounds like a good trade to me.
Oh, I like this. I never remember this right here, where they have like a little stop here. The Brotherhood came in. Now remember that a lot of things have changed in the game. The Brotherhood have come back to the Wasteland, and they have taken over a part of it. Probably my favorite storyline in the entire game is the storyline of the Brotherhood of Steel. So very, very cool. So let's make our way down. Now always have your weapon at the ready. Oh yeah, this is a farmhand here. All right, so there's always something going on. Now, whose camp this is? Probably TARDIS's camp. So we're going to keep on rocking. Now, every time I see a flower, a plant, or anything like that, notice that 2 of them got added because look at all these perks, everybody. Because I have my green thumb on right now. And I got to be a certain level to use some of these perks. Oh, this one's so... missed it. So cringy. I forgot that one's bolt action. The bolt actions you shoot once and then you have to reload. It's really annoying. I gotta get rid of those. But one of the things they added, which is making the beginning of the game really, really fun, is you hit R and then you say, do you want to loot everything that you just killed? Yeah, loot everything. And it loots everything in that area. If you notice, I don't have to loot each individual mob anymore. Very, very awesome change. Incredibly great. Now, if you haven't played Fallout 76 in a while, I suggest firing that baby up again. First, make sure that you do move out of the Bethesda launcher. The Bethesda launcher is going away. I think it's on the 12th. Am I right, everybody? In the chat, isn't it May 12th that it's going away? I won't say very much a spoiler, because I will say you want to find out that SS2 is the mod to play. SS2. I don't know what that means. SS2 is the mod to play for what? You might wanna reel that in so I know what the heck you're talking about. There you go. Well, that hill is where my camp is in my game. Oh, I see. Cool. Correct. I don't know what I'm correct on, but whatever. All right, I'm going in Flatwoods. Let's go. Now, it's always good to have a buddy. Now, one of the cool things, see, TARDIS can grab that, and then also I can go and grab it. Unless it's something just laying out in the open world, you actually both can grab it. Now, anytime I see any flowers, anytime I see any trees, remember, these are caps right here. That's all I see, everybody. I don't see flowers. I see caps that I could sell later on. And this is why I super loot, everybody. I grab every bit of loot. Now, one of the things, a little bit of the byproducts of super looting is the fact that you're going to run into all of this various trouble as you're running around as well. You might find stuff that's off the beaten path. You might find basically entrances and exits and all sorts of stuff like that as you're going around. So I just go ahead and take my time. I got a nice fragment grenade there I can sell. And I'll go around each individual building in the very beginning. Because again, you don't want to be too much of in a hurry. So, uh-oh, look out. There he is. And it really feels newbie. I know TARDIS is feeling it, and I'm feeling it, how newbie it is to walk down the thing again. Now, again, notice the duffel bags and stuff like that. We don't have to fight over that loot. That loot is all instant, so he can get his loot. I can get my loot. And together, we're looting up. Again, in between battles, you always want to be reloading your weapons. We're at the Green County Lodge. Now, I'm going to be listening to all the holotape and doing all of that stuff, so just a heads up. Ah! These guys are good eating.
Come snooping around, they're going to regret it.
All right, here we are at the lobby. Man, I have not been in the lobby of this place in a really, really long time. As well. And I have a tendency just to super loot everything. Now, of course, if my crew needs anything, I'll give it to them. But they right now, TARDIS is basically using his character only kind of to play with me, I can tell you. He most likely still has his other character. Or let me know, TARDIS, did you do something crazy like me, or you still got your other character? Again, it's not required. You don't have to delete your old character. I know how I am, and if I know I don't get rid of that character, I'll be tempted to go back to that character all the time, or to fast track my primary character. So, I try not to fast track, because again, we want to do another fun playthrough of 76, kind of give you guys the idea of what's changed since the last time, and whatnot.
All over. Building this place up is hard work.
Oh, this is a great spot right here. Get that rad roach. Now, right here is a great spot. Oh, someone's already gotten it. How could someone possibly get it already? That's weird. All of the lead is missing. Maybe he grabbed it, or somebody grabbed it yesterday. But what is in here is lead. This is a really great spot for lead. And then also you got a bunch of stuff in the lockers. But you come in here in the early game, get that lead, because the lead is going to help you basically level up or make ammo. Very important. All right, let's play this gym session notes.
Arm day. 3 sets of 12 reps. Let's see. Dumbbell bicep curls, tricep extensions, and back extensions, yeah. A little peeve about the lack of proper equipment. No bother. Chin up. Only 8 more luxury coffins to make quota in backwoods. I mean, flatwoods. Be difficult, given the financial situation around here. Just need to remind them of our friends the Chinese. I'll be back on the plane to Ipswich within a fortnight.
Now that people have come back to this
Gather it'll be
area,
the
they'll
bench
all
press
want to be
today.
setting up
Yeah,
places
again.
like Foundation.
All right. Now, one of the problems that you just saw that's happening there, I don't know if you guys heard that, but there's another NPC somewhere talking, and that NPC is talking over my holotape, so parts of that I couldn't hear because it has overlapping audio. It needs to have priority audio, and then what's known as ducking. I actually have it here in the stream. Whenever I'm talking, all the other audio gets pressed down. That's why you'll see me stop talking when the NPCs are talking, so the volume of the NPCs will come back up. That's what they need in this game. If I'm listening to a holotape, the holotape should be at full volume, where everything else in the game should be reduced based on how far you want it reduced, or just naturally reduced. But that lead is very important. So great place to keep coming back here and grabbing lead each time you log in, because you're going to need a ton of it, everybody, to keep your bullets going.
We really need to clean
Caps
up.
in there. We got a little duct tape and hammer. And again, let's just kind of look around. I mean, we haven't been in here in a while. Oh, look at this. We got some. I haven't done this in a really long time. Because I've had the Master Infiltrator for so long that I have not done this in a while. Look how rusty I am. Oh, man. Hey, there we go. Oh, some step packs of disease cures in there. Oh, that was a win.
The ferals don't get you. The rads will. Foundation
Oh,
might
God, Tardis about shot you.
a lot more work.
About shot you, bro. So let's talk to the settler guy.
It's time to turn over a new leaf. To restore this land to glory. Gotta prepare for even more settlers moving in.
Well, there you go. All right, let's see what we got in here.
It never seemed to end.
That's true. You know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of Sturgis and all the other people wailing on that house, that first house that you kind of take over when you come out of the vault, 111 and Fallout 4. And they're just sitting there banging on that house all day, every day. They never fix the house. The house never gets repaired. But they're over there banging on it all day, every day. I think it would have been better if it actually got repaired over time. We got some soap. We got shot glasses here. And again, using that Pip-Boy to get me some loot here. Or be able to see the loot with
It's
my...
hard work making a living out here.
with my, for some light. All right, again, we're just kind of take our time and wander along here. As you can see, I'm already overburdened. I am overburdened quite often, everybody. That's like 90% of the time I'm playing. You still have your other character. I'm not as hardcore as you. Feels strange playing without the marsupial, right? Doesn't it, Tardis? Feels weird, right? Feels awkward to run around without my power armor, to run out without my Gatling laser, to, not be able to three-shot all the mobs, and to actually have that feeling again of, oh my god, I'm going to die, right? That you could actually have pretty much most mobs walk up and kill you at this point. Even rad roaches and things like that. And that's what makes the restarting fun, right? Is that you have that potential challenge again. Now, I'm going to show you a little secret, everybody. While we're looting all of this, along the way, there are different areas that you can basically break down all of this loot that you're picking up so that you can go ahead and put it away. Now, I just happen to know that there actually is stuff down in here somewhere. I have to remember where it's at. Or maybe it's already got picked up. There is some loot down in there somewhere. I have to remember where it's at around here somewhere. That's been looted. Again, one of the things that I usually run by and do is I grab the Nuka-Cola from right here. Usually there's Nuka-Cola in there, so another great spot to grab some of that. Got some gumdrops there. Suitcase is empty. Get the teddy bear again. Just grab as much loot as you can. Now, I'm not going to be really hurting for loot, everybody. You're going to see me really just grab as much as possible as I'm going through because all of this adds up. These are all caps. These are food. This is keeping your health up as you go along. And also, I do it just to kind of explore a bit. Now, look how slow my character is going, right? I notice it's using his action points down there. And again, we're just going to sweep the whole area as we're going down the road. We're not going to just run up there as fast as possible. We're just going to kind of go back and forth between questing and a little bit of doing our daily stuff. And again, any of my members who want to just go ahead and, run ahead level-wise or anything like that, you go right ahead. All right, here's Willie May. We're going to play that one.
I press the button. Hush! I think it's recording now. Shush! Hello? Hello there? Oh, I think it's working. I hate these things. This is Willie May, and I was asked to talk a bit about my life since the war to help educate future children someday. I think that's nice. I thought I'd just watch my programs and entertain the grandkids in my retirement. But that didn't turn out to be the case. I'm just glad they all made it to the vault in time, you see. When I saw it in a dream, I knew my prayers were answered. My husband Frank used to work in the mines. Just a bit before the war, there was news of tremors and he didn't come home. I don't know what happened to him or why he never came home for sure. And between you and me, I'm fine with that. Since the war, I've just read my old newspapers and listened to music. It's very peaceful for once, which is just right nice by me. You ever hear of the Watoga Times Atomic Lottery? The winner got 10 years worth of Blamco mac and cheese, Salisbury steak, and Nuka-Cola, of course. I played that lottery for 20 years, and I finally won the month before the war. It lasted only 8 years, though. But who can you complain to? By the time it ran out, I had heard the responders' radio broadcast, so I went out to find them and get supplies. Bless their hearts. Well, I'm going home now. For a bit anyways. How do I turn this thing off? Oh, blast these things. Not this button. Not this one. Oh, oh, here it is.
All right, now some of the dialogue in here, everybody. I'm just gonna be honest. Oh, you're answering a question in the chat. Alien Disrespect coming in says, my friend and I were expecting the Appalachia Fallout 76 well. That was until I shot him in the head with your pistol. It took an arrow to the knee. All right. I took an arrow to the knee, apparently. All right, let's do a battle as well. Let's keep these battles going. Let's do that. All right, I'm going to boost all you guys, give you guys some range damage. How we looking? 37? All right, 37 to 62. We got this. We got this, everybody, with my epic team. Come on. We'll take on double the amount of enemies. Feel like it's a little cheating, but, you know, hey, we'll go ahead and do what we got to do. Let's get up in here and get this going on. Now, remember, if we win this one, you guys have a chance of... What the heck? Why is it not going over there? Hold on. To battle! What's going on with my battle button lately? All right, there we go. We're getting into it. So again, if we win this one, you guys have a chance at getting a free skin. You also have a chance at getting a free skin by entering the giveaway right up there. If you want to know more about the giveaways, you can find it out right down in the panels down below, how to be part of those. As well. There we go. Hey, we won. All right. Now make sure to let me know if you guys did get a skin out of that. Oh, look, I got one. I got an Earth Tank skin. Cool. Grand rewards, Les Marble walking away with 200 gold. That's the way to start a day, right, Les? TARDIS getting some love. Reaper getting some love. TARDIS also close off by 1 unit. Now, of course, he is playing the game with me right now in Fallout 76. So, you know what? I'm going to give it to him anyway. So, everybody in the chat gets 1,000 Kids Caps. Give you guys a shot at, of course, getting that stream avatar's skin today. I forget what it was called. I think it was the Archer skin. Something like that. Hold on, let me look over here in my giveaway thing. Yeah, Cyber Archer is what it is. Oh, we're also at 5 retweets as well. Well, heck, man, you guys are rolling in the caps now. There's another 1,000. We're going to roll away at it there. So thanks to everybody for showing that love. Also, Akia, thank you very much for all 6 units. And also CJ coming in with all 6 units as well. Now, again, we're going to keep these battles going. Come on, let's get you guys tons of loot. We're going to go all in on this battle here. We're going to get it fired up. Oh, another tough one. I'm going to call in my tank again. Again, going to need a healer to back me up. Going to need some DPS. Going to need some range. So come and join me. If you got an epic or so, throw that in as well. I'm sure that would help us out in that battle. And then we'll come back to that in about 30 minutes. All right, so we got that one that we did, and then we also have another holotape that we found, Who Goes There? So we'll listen to that one while we're walking down the street and looting a bit. Let's go to that.
Welcome back, dear listeners. It's time once again to put aside all you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. Tonight's episode, Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods, is brought to you by Sugar Bombs, the breakfast cereal with explosive great taste and 100% of the recommended daily allowance of sugar. Get your morning started right with Sugar Bombs. Our tale begins on a fateful night when a young pioneer scout, Fred Fisher, finds himself in quite the predicament, having taken a spill and fallen into a dark place.
Where am I? Jack? Biff? Mr. Bailey? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Who's there? I can't see you.
Me. My name's Sally. What's yours?
Boy, it's been like 10 years since I did one of these.
Oh no, oh no, I forgot it does that. Hold on, we gotta... we gotta listen to the whole thing again. Darn it, I forgot it does that. When you pick up one, I thought I was just gonna pick it up, but it didn't. It automatically plays it.
All you think you know, all you believe to be true. Time to open your mind to the strange, bizarre, and sometimes terrifying world that exists in the shadows and fringes of our own, where myth, legend, and rumor are made real. Yes, it's time for more thrilling tales from the West Virginia hills. Tonight's episode, Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods, is brought to you by Sugar Bombs, the breakfast cereal with explosive great taste and 100% of the recommended daily allowance of sugar. Get your morning started right with Sugar Bombs. Our tale begins on a fateful night when a young pioneer scout, Fred Fisher, finds himself in quite the predicament, having taken a spill and fallen into a dark place.
Where am I? Jack? Biff? Mr. Bailey? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Who's there? I can't see you.
Me. My name's Sally. What's yours?
Fred.
Are you okay, Fred?
I think so. My head's a little woozy. Must have hit it when I fell.
Oh no. Did you get lost too?
Well, sort of. What I mean is that I was camping with my scout troop by the lake near Flatwoods. There were these lights kind of dancing in the sky.
Neat.
I guess. Anyway, we heard some weird noises and the guy's double dog dared me to go look. So I did.
All by yourself? You're really brave.
Shucks. Thanks. I followed the noises to an entrance of an old mine. It smelled awful there, like rotten eggs, but worse. Suddenly, there was this bright light shining down on me. I was super scared and ran to the mine to hide, but everything felt strange. Like my feet weren't even touching the ground. Everything went black and I woke up here in the dark.
That all happened to me too. We'll just do what my dad says. When you strayed or lost your foot, do its best and stay put. They said they'd bring him soon.
There are other people here?
A very good question indeed. Tune in next time to find out the answer in the chilling conclusion of Who Goes There? The Strange Encounter in Flatwoods.
Man's gotta eat, everybody. There you go. Some of those holotapes are really, really long, everybody. You gotta think you're playing a live game, so I think they should have truncated those down a bit more. But we also got a note there, the last will and testament of Jeremiah Ward. Now, I'm going to be rereading it since we are doing a full playthrough again. So I'm going to be reading this stuff out. We're going to be going into the dialogue. We're going to learn some of the storyline, the lore of the games. So settle in, everybody. We got a lot to get into. So, last will and testament. I, Jeremiah Ward, resident in the town of Flatwoods, county of not sure, being of sound mind and not acting under duress, mostly hereby declare this letter to be my last will and testament. Mia gets the house and everything in it. Next. It ain't much, but that's all I got to give, and she's all I got. I know she's still alive. The responders say the dogs got her, but I know it ain't true. They've been real good to us. Teaching a old geezer like me how to really cook is something. I'll give them that. But I know they're lying about those dogs. I seen them in the hills. There's some bad folks scoping us out. They took my granddaughter. I just know it. I'll get you back, Mia, I promise. And there we go. Now, also, we got a recipe for sweet mute-free tea. Now, one of the things, again, when you're playing through the game, if you're playing in adventure mode and you're running around, someone might have already grabbed the loot that you're looking to get, right? Like maybe you're trying to get recipes and things like that. So you always want to kind of swing through an area again in case someone else had grabbed that recipe. Now, while we were doing that, I've been kind of methodically going through each area in each house. Now, we still got to go down here where Dragon Overlord is and do all of this. Very much reminds me like 7 Days to Die. But we've been kind of walking down the road, up the road, kind of down the road. Yeah, down the road. Down the road since there. Hey, Dragon Overlord, what up, bro? What up? I see you. So we've been kind of walking down the road and collecting loot along the way. And so I basically just try to grab stuff. Whenever you see something down like this, everybody should always run along it to see if it gets you up on the top of something. And you never know what you might find. I also like to, when I'm playing through again, take my time, just like as if I was playing through the first time, and kind of look at all this stuff. There's something up there. There's some wild mute fruit out here somewhere. I just saw it pop up. I don't see it. Right there. All right. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch of areas down here. We've got meeting hall and things like that. I'm not going to just kind of skip ahead. I'm going to go back out onto the main road and just kind of keep going down the road here. See if we can find any resources as we go. And just kind of look and see. There's some loot in there. Now, again, you can see that my character is incredibly...
Hello, person in the distant future. Dasa told us these tapes would be used as historical records someday.
Miguel.
Pretty nifty. So, my name is Miguel Caldera. Let's see, my story begins in an office. I used to be a programmer at Vault Tech, one of many. Nobody special, you see. And that's okay. I used to stare out that window by the coffee machine and think, shucks. I wish I could leave this job and hike in the woods every day. I dream about walking the Appalachian Trail, setting up camp wherever I liked, and traveling with close friends. Dreams kept me going. And, well, when the bombs fell, I was terrified, just like anybody else. I wasn't in a vault, so I just... I had to figure it all out too. The responders found me. I had a little campsite, some supplies. I hacked a Protectron to guard me while I slept, but I miss people. I did. It's been alright, the apocalypse and all. I know that seems weird, but I have freedom now. I can actually help people. I even met somebody. A volunteer who delivers supplies. Imagine that, right? Even when you think everything is over, it's not. It goes on. I mean, it's awful too. Don't get me wrong. All the people dead and hurt. But those are things beyond my control. So, I'm making the best of it. These days, I'm important. People treat me like I matter because, well,
there's so few of us. We can't afford to think otherwise. So for all you future people, just know that we lived through something horrible. But we did it. Somehow, we're alive. And if you're hearing this, then, well, I guess at least some of us made it. Right? So hey, chin up, kiddo. You'll be okay. Okay?
The timing of chinning up and then a ghouls are attacking me at that moment. Again, the cool thing is you can AoE. Now, again, I'm going to be listening to the storyline and doing all of that. Again, if you are in a hurry, you want to run up ahead or whatever, I'm going to be going very, very slow, everybody. So I'm going to be looking at all the areas. I'm going to be collecting all the loot. I'm going to be reading the dialogue, listening to the holotapes. I'm going to be doing all of that. So if you don't like to slow play the game, I'm warning you, I'm going to be going very, very slowly. I'm not going to be in a giant rush. So what the whole goal was to grab as much loot as I could till I get over here. We got any Nuka-Cola? There's a bottle in there, a couple bottles. Sometimes those bottles are hard to see. But as you can see, we hit a Red Rocket truck stop. Now, Red Rocket truck stops in this game are actually one of your good places to run to because you're going to end up with your stash over here. Now, if you don't have Fallout First, obviously you can't pull up your camp, which is very useful because you can pull that up really anywhere where it's not an actual like city or a quest zone. You can go ahead and pull that up and put your stuff away. But if you don't have Fallout First, I highly recommend looking for your Red Rocket truck stops. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab as much loot as I can here from all of this. And usually it has two things, right? It has your stash, and then it also has a workbench. This particular workbench is around the back here. And really what you want it for is so you can hit R and then hit T to scrap all junk. Notice my weight here, 288. And that's mostly from the barbell, by the way. You can also sort this by weight to see the thing that weighs the most. This is 80-pound barbell. This is 80 weight that's adding. So I have the 288 on me right now. This barbell is adding that. Now, when you actually break it down to its base components, like this, boom, now I'm only carrying 122 weight, even though I'm carrying the same amount of resources. So vitally important to hit those workbenches every time you see them, for sure. And we're going to try to get these. These are sometimes a little awkward to get. Notice how to aim down a little bit to get those, get our glowing funguses here. And of course, you can use all of these different things for different combos. Another way to kind of offload your stuff is to put away all of your food and drink that you're collecting, except for the stuff that you want to keep on you. Oh, there's some Brahmin milk there. Ah, I forgot that was a thing. Let's put all this stuff away, and then it'll probably go bad, but later on, you're going to see me use all of that stuff, and I'm purposely trying to let it go bad so that I can make fertilizer so I can grow my own food. An important reason to grab all those other plants as well. Let's have some Brahmin milk there. There we go. And then maybe some purified water to get that going. Very nice. And then now we've come all the way down the end of the street, right? And we've got all this stuff. We still have all this junk on us. A lot of it on us. Now, of course, if we do die, we're going to drop that stuff. So I could go ahead and put my camp down, but what I'm going to do instead, because I do have Fallout First, and I highly recommend getting it, everybody. Absolutely, incredibly, totally worth it. I'm going to go ahead and use my scrap box to put that stuff away. Now, notice how the Mr. Handy Fuel does not go away. That's because some of these items, if it just auto-scraps like that, then that usually means that it's not a primary item on something that you're going to make or craft. But like Mr. Handy Fuel is used for crafting certain items in the game. So that's why it'll not just scrap like it used to. And they did that because people were having trouble with that. Now, let's also go ahead and look at our overall weapons. Again, I suggest you got to go. Now, this bolt action pistol sucks. I think it's this one right here. Let's go ahead and equip that while I'm scrapping, and then it'll make it easier for me to know which one that is. Yeah, this one right here. Pipe bolt action pistol. This one does a lot of damage, but I can really just get one shot off, and then they're after me. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap that one. because we want to scrap it to start to unlock our different stocks up there. See, there are the forceful stocks. We've got 2 machetes. This one's nice and repaired. This other one we could probably get rid of. Pipe revolver is a decent weapon because I can see that we have some 45 ammo, so we'll keep that. Pipe wrench is different, is decent. This one's 16, pipe wrench 14. Let's just go ahead and scrap it. Short hunting rifle. That actually is a decent weapon, especially for ranged. It's also using 308. Really depends on what you want to use. Me, I like to use the machete, and then, of course, the Bowie knife, which is really fast, a fast weapon. I'm not going to use the boxing gloves. I'm not going to use the boards, any of that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and switch this out with the other weapon here. Where is it? I'm just not seeing short hunting rifle. There we go. With the short hunting rifle. And again, this one you can snipe from a bit further away, because if you look at the hunting rifle, and of course all your weapons, you definitely want to take a look at their range. You have an range of 132. So instead of running up there and, you know, fighting them at melee range, you can try to snipe them from really far away. What I suggest you do is, of course, you get a snipe shot in, you hit them once, and while they're running at you, you then switch to your other primary weapon. Now, you can see that this particular weapon is out of ammo, so that's really not going to help me if I am out of ammo. So what I really need, and I got a flare gun there too, I think I'm going to keep that flare gun, is I need something more like the pipe revolver. And so if I run out of ammo, I will go ahead and just switch out of that weapon. There's no reason for me to have that weapon on. And you can see I have 26 ammo there. And ammo is a real huge issue at the beginning of the game. Now, again, if there's anything else that I have that I do want to save for later on, like maybe a little bit of this extra Bowie knife, the flare gun, the machete, Molotovs, I know I'm not going to use any of that. Pipe pistol, I'll keep that one, because if I do get more ammo for it, I'll have that as a backup. Various leather pieces here, I'm going to put that away and see if that's better than what I've got. Oh, there's a level 5 right there. So that chest piece is definitely going to be better than the chest piece that I have, because I have a level 1, it's 4 and 10, where this one's a level 5 and it's 6 and 15. So already I know I've got a future upgrade. One of the biggest mistakes they had in the very beginning of this game is that you couldn't save gear, meaning you didn't have enough inventory space to save future gear that you might need. One of the most brilliant things that I think, poor Moo, I know, hey, man's got to eat, what can I say? Don't worry, he'll respawn. One of the biggest things that World of Warcraft did really well when it originally came out is, as you were leveling up, you did get a lot of gear that helped you in the moment in which you were leveling. And it was really well thought out in the quests and whatnot. Now, of course, you played through now. You've already played it through before, and it won't be that useful now, because you're going to be running much faster than you did in your first playthrough. But I always found it to be very well balanced, very well usable in your first kind of playthrough. To find gear. Now you can see I've also put my power armor away. I put my T51 because I'm not high enough level, going to be level 30 to use those. So I've kind of put all of that away into the stash to hopefully be used later on. So we do have that advantage in this particular playthrough. My first playthrough, obviously, they did not have Fallout first. So we're going to have that advantage and utilize that advantage in this playthrough. All right. Anything else we might have missed over here? I don't see anything else. And again, make sure we got all of this. We'll look back here. We looted all of these. Okay. So what we did is we came down the road, and then what we're going to do now is kind of circle around the road. Now, one of the things that you can do, right, you see this, and you're like, oh, I'm going to beeline for that, but you might forget to go up here and loot all of this. I think we already looted this, but I'm just going to take a little peek, make sure that I did get all of that. Yes. Now, remember, every 24 hours or so, really, I think it's 20 hours, at a certain time, I think it's like 12 noon or something like that, depending, but it actually will reset the world. So you can go ahead and log in again and get all the same loot that I just looted back there, especially that lead. Now, other thing here, silt beans. So even if you don't use the silt beans or the mute fruit, know that this stuff is going to go rotten, and then you can use it to make it into fertilizer. Also some water there as well. Good stuff, little gnome. Those, you can't, I don't know if you guys could hear that. Oh, here we go, bag of fertilizer, there we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but that little garden gnome does this little creepy laugh every time you like click on them or you pick them up or whatnot. It is super creepy. Creeps me out, at least. Now, another thing that I'm looking for while I'm running around is various patterns. Now, because I'm also playing with other people, they could pick up the patterns, and then I don't get the patterns in this thing. So you definitely want to come back again if you're out in the open world, especially that if you're coming through and other people are there, they might have already grabbed those recipes that you might need for whatever it is. So you can come through and double check it again later on. Or you let your friend get it, and then you say, okay, well, next time I log in, I'm going to run through and get it next time, and so on. And if they grab it, that's okay, everybody. I'll get them over time as well. Let's go get this moo-moo and milk this moo-moo. There we go. I forgot that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. All right, look at all this wood in here. Again, get all of the wood. Now, we're going to get another upgrade. How close? I had to level up. I'm level 4 right now. About 3/4 in. You can get another card, which not only, like the card I have now, the green thumb, it doubles up the amount of plants I get. I can also get another one which doubles up the wood that I get. So I'm going to be getting double the wood. I use a lot of those. Oh, that guy's actually alive. If you know there's one, there's probably another. Aim a little high. Oh, one-shot that dude. That dude just got one-shotted. All right, now again, you can just go ahead and hit R, and then you can just get all the nearby corpses so you don't have to do them individually. Oh, look at this. I hate flatwoods. Let's listen to that one.
Well, my back hurts. Sick of eating varmints with 2 pair of eyes. Yeah, I tell them I see the big old boomer out yonder. They tell me, what's a boomer then? Then some sweet young thing come up to me asking for help with that garden next door. And then, just this morning, I heard talk of crawdads big as a barn door across the mountains and worse. Flatwoods had better days. Now everything cattywampus or it'll kill you. Now, I ain't no cussin' lady. But damn if God had just let a bomb fall on my head. Jesus, just let me die.
All right. Now, as someone who has married a Southern girl, everybody, from Tennessee, I think their accent's a little heavy. I don't know. I think it's a little, like, cartoony version of that West Virginia accent. I think it's a little strong. I've known people from West Virginia. I don't think their accent is that strong. But, hey, you never know. This is an alternate universe, so I don't know. It feels a little cartoony accent there. Most people's accent are not like they're from the hills, everybody. That's like a hills accent right there. Nothing wrong with it. I find accents to be super sexy. I love my wife's southern draw. Supposedly people tell me I have a southern draw. I'm from California. We don't have cool accents. We just have the thing. But of course, you know, if it's your accent, you'd think that's normal, right? You know, to you, it's just how you normally talk. But to everybody else, you're like, oh, you have a such and such accent, and so on. So I find the southern draw to be super cute.
Responder Dasa gave me some supplies in exchange for my survivor story. So, hi. My name is Scott Shepard. Things are going all right. I was a nurse before the war, and I guess nothing much has changed. I just work for the responders now, and I don't get paid. The government is basically the same now as it was years ago. Wrecked. Disorganized. Cannot be trusted. Everyone knows this. You want to know why the war actually happened? Aliens. You think I'm joking? Listen. Now, right before everything went to hell, I saw them. I was grilling hamburgers out in the yard with my dog, and I heard rustling from the bushes. and a zapping noise. Next thing I know, I'm lightheaded and I felt myself falling to the ground. And I didn't even have a lot to drink. I woke up and I saw some little thing run into the bushes with my dog following it. And I knew something was wrong. I found my dog later with a clump of green skin in his mouth. Green, like moss or something. The bombs fell almost 10 days later. 9 days, 19 hours to be exact. That's 235 hours precisely. You know what that is, right?
Nope.
That's right. The atomic number of the fissile isotope of uranium. They had a plan from the very beginning. Why would they come after me first? Scott Shepard, the nurse. Well, good question. I'm glad you asked. They have our blood. They knew which ones of us would survive. This is one big experiment to them. This whole thing was staged. Our lives, our thoughts, everything was designed for us, just like this conversation. Every word I'm saying. Planned. Time to wake up, Appalachia. Find the ones holding the strings and cut the cords.
I wouldn't say planned, I'd say more like scripted at Bethesda. Because it's a game, so obviously they wrote it out in a script, right? So, as you can see, I am running through the game again, everybody. I've deleted all my high-level characters. I have just the one character now who is level 4. And so I'm listening to all the dialogue again. I forgot that that guy was one of those conspiracy theorists, little kooky stuff. There's nothing like, you can smell crazy on people the second they start going into those conspiracy theory stuff. Or people are watching you or whatever. Just so you know, as someone who has been in computers since computers began, I can tell you they absolutely, without a doubt, I have seen it done, can look through the camera on your phone. Absolutely can. They can look through my camera right now. It's on my computer. Oh, absolutely. I've known technicians that have done it at the places where I've worked. And that was 25 years ago, everybody. That was a long time ago. That is not a conspiracy theory. That is confirmed with my eyes. I've seen them do it. I've seen them turn on the cameras of Macs and PCs without the light coming on. Now, there's supposed to be like a little green light or whatever come on in there. Nope. Did not come on. They could look at you while you're sitting at your desk, which is super creepy, everybody. I've seen the network technicians do it. It is absolutely possible for them to do. But the real question you want to ask yourself is, why do they care? Why do they care? If someone wants to watch me at the computer, everybody, when I'm not streaming, this is what I'm doing. That's pretty boring. That's all I'm doing. I'm just looking at the screen. I'm, editing videos. I'm doing that kind of stuff. That's all I'm doing when I'm at the computer. And I would lose my mind if that was my job, everybody. If my job was to sit there and surveil people who are literally sitting there like watching TV or doing some stuff like that, I would lose my mind in that job. Count me out, because that is super creepy, everybody. It's super creepy for you to surveil people with in their private home, in their private area. That is a real breach of people's personal privacy. I don't want to know what people are doing, everybody. I don't want to know what they're doing. That's their personal privacy. It's their personal thing. I don't want to know anything about it. For sure. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to Reverend Dilbert Winters. Now, these are a bunch of survivor stories that you find as you go along. And so I'm going to kind of just listen to some of them as we go along. So let's listen to, again, the Reverend here.
Reverend Delbert Winters here, born and raised in this very town. Lit my own church to the responders for their outpost here, and you're welcome. The responders are on a true mission, you see, helping folks through thick and thin, till the heavens open up again and take us all up anyways. When this all happened, I figured like most it was time.
Did it again, everybody. Darn it.
Tonight, we bring you the final chapter of Who Goes There?
Sucks. There's too many things going on at the same time as you're doing this. Wait, why didn't it play?
Reverend Delbert Winters here.
All right, now I gotta listen to the whole thing again because when I was going through, I keep thinking I could grab the holotape and listen to it after. You can't.
You're welcome. The responders are on a true mission, you see. Helping folks through thick and thin, till the heavens open up again and take us all up anyways.
Now again, this is the biggest problem with the game is the dialogue.
It was time.
The overlapping dialogue, the, all of that.
But it wasn't, was it? We're still here. At first, I thought it was a mistake, that we was missed, forgotten. Maybe we did some wrongs. Didn't give enough to charity, maybe. Didn't praise his name, even in the worst of times. Maybe thought some things that ought not to been thought. So I asked him. I asked how. Why? I fought your wars on Earth. I'm ready to fight them up there by your side. Then, in my despair, I saw some survivors eating raw rat carcass behind a dumpster. You ought to cook that first, I warned them. Seemed obvious. We tried but got sick, they said, covered in their own filth. I realized right then and there that I was being tasked. From then on, I built kitchens, cooked good food, fed anyone who walked up with an empty belly, and I was thankful for my task in life. Thankful. Next time hell or high water land at my stoop, I'll be swept clear away with it. But until then, let's share a home-cooked meal together, all right?
I like the Reverend. I think the Reverend's pretty awesome. All right, let's do a battle. To battle! So it actually switches my screen this time. All right, there we go. Now, again, if you're running around with me, everybody, I'm going to be going really, really slow. So I highly recommend just running up ahead and doing your stuff. One of the things don't do though is don't run in front of me and grab all the loot before I get there. Remember, I'm low level too, as well. Part of the fun is like discovering these stories and listening to dialogue and all of that stuff. I find that super fun. And again, we're gonna do a full playthrough, everybody. We're gonna do all the quests and all the stuff. We're going to get into it here on the Steam playthrough. Right now, I think I'm level 4. I'm working my ways ever so slowly to level 5. Level 5 is when you start getting your better weapons and items and things of that nature that are going to help you. Oh, we got this one. Man, we rolled over him. Nice job, everybody. That was 53 units there. Again, we're going to try to keep this going. Oh, look at this. Place 2 tanks. I got my quest done. Reaper, TARDIS getting some love. Look at that TARDIS that time. Again, 6 units that time while playing the game with me at the same time. You know, I think that deserves another 1,000 kills caps for all you guys in chat. TARDIS bringing you guys tons of caps today. There you go. Also, thank you to Aki again. 6 units right there. And Yuri as well, 6 units. Nice job, everybody. I'm going to call you out. If you put all 6 units down, I'm going to call your name out for going above and beyond there. And try to help us win. Now, let's keep going, everybody. 2 more battles here. We're going to get to the boss. How are we doing on time? God, see, this tells you enjoy the game, everybody. It's been an hour and a half. It's been an hour and a half, and it feels like 10 minutes have gone by for me, or maybe 5 minutes. That's how you know you're enjoying playing a game. Absolutely. And I've already played this game for 1,000+ hours. And still enjoy it. Let's go ahead and put our guy down there just to get that started. Let's go ahead and check in. What are we checking? Oh, on our quests. We want to definitely make sure that we collect our quests so that'll progress the quest and pull up another quest as well. Oh, we got to do battle plans. Oh, I could have been doing that this whole time. I forgot. All right, deep battle plan coming up, everybody. Just so everybody knows what's going on right here. Okay, we're going to put some armored people there. And then we're going to put some support back there. There we go. Look at that super detailed plan. Hopefully you guys can follow it. I just put it down just so I can get the credit. All right, let's get back to it. All right, this is Scott Shepard right here. Now, I probably should be writing down all the, key players of Flatwoods here. But let's go ahead and read what his reminders are. Remember, set up a trap for the you-know-who's and use holotapes to try to record their noises at night. Get a lock for the secret stash by the Brahmin tubs behind the house. Hold on, there's a secret stash behind the house. We'll have to look for that. Get a bigger gun or more guns or both. I suggest both. Try to tame a wild dog or a giant rat. Rip Perry, you sweet something. So yeah, see, look, this is telling you there's a secret stash. Let me take that. There's a secret stash behind the Brahmin pins. So let's go ahead and go back there. And there's some Brahmin pins here. And so we'll want to look. Aha, look at that. I already got it. Already got the secret stash. Yeah, so he had kind of put the little stash down there. I think that's the secret stash. So important to read those things, everybody, because you never know, it might point you to some loot. There's some loot. There's some loot down here. Put this away. Water safety report. Oops, I should read that. Hold on, we'll come back to that. Grab the mason jar here. We got the freeze bottle. A little bit of loot there. Recipe, Delbert's Appalachia. All right, let's go ahead and learn that. Now remember, if you do have Fallout first, again, you can always come back and do it. Now, every time you see one of these stations, R to scrap items, T to scrap them all. Boom, there you go. You just got yourself some space back. Like that. And there we go. Now, we're getting close. We're getting back into the town here. I've probably walked past a thing or two, so let's go ahead and back up. And see what we've got, right? So we went in this kind of house here. Now, one of the things I suggest you do in all Fallout games is to look up, right? Grab that stuff out of there. And this is where we found the Reverend here in the back. Now, we also want to look at the terminals. Now, when this game started, it was mainly about everyone's dead except for the people coming out of the vault. And then you learned a lot of the lore and what's going on via the terminals and robots and things you would find in the world, like holotapes or messages. So we're going to look at this. Welcome to Robco Industries Terminal Link, property of Dilbert Winters, witnessing the end. Message of the day. Today's the day. Okay. Volunteer training. Dilbert wants every volunteer to cook one meal for today's potluck. Today's menu is Survivor Basic Ribeye Steak. Instructions: get some meat from the local cows, toss it on the fire until it stops oozing. Ugh. Comfort Food Cookbook. Dilbert's Comfort Food Cookbook. New Comfort Cookbook recipes detected. Updating database. Appalachia chili. Appalachia chili? I don't know. Appalachia chili. Yeah, something like that. All right, get some tomatoes. The uglier the better. And some beef. Doesn't matter the quality. Just a handful of garden beans, not the canned junk. And some cleaned up rainwater for the earth taste. Mix it in real good. Then simmer over a fire for a good long while. Okay, well, thanks for that. Thanks for that thing. Potluck schedule. Ribeye steak is a potluck. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All of it is ribeye. Past favorites, a ribeye steak on every single day. All right, somebody likes himself some ribeye steak. Delbert's Diary. Now, some of these are really extensive, everybody. So again, if you're playing with me, I suggest to keep busy. Delbert's Private Journal. January 15th on faith. I need to write down my thoughts because I was losing faith. I am ashamed to admit it. I witnessed the wrath with my own eyes. The brightest of lights filled the sky. I thought he had come for me and those of the faith, but we remain. Why? Either he did not come or we were not good enough. I pray every moment. I can. Nothing. I hear nothing. I used to hear something. Open. There's a level up. See, someone else completed a quest, and then actually got me a level up there, too. I pray every moment I can. Nothing. I hear nothing. I used to hear something. I think. Did I? It's hard to remember. It's so long ago. Now, you want to hit the space bar typically at the end of these. So in case there is another, or hit the return key, in case there's another page to that particular dialogue. February 20th. This past month has been a struggle. I cooked a lot, though. It helps keep me calm to cook. The ingredients were so simple. Mix this with that, and you got yourself a food. Life, not so much, and beyond, I don't know. I thought I did. The responders set up camp in town. There are a bunch of medical and firefighter types, and they plan to fix up survivors. I'm volunteering. This is something I know I can do. All right, nightmares. April 15th, devoting myself to cooking for these survivors and running the book club and the nightly survivors guilt meetings. I think that's probably supposed to be guild meetings. Has been good for me. But I still come home at night and think, why? I was ready. I was ready my whole life for this. What did I do wrong? Weird cows. June 10th. It makes me glad to see the responders are taking in survivors as well. We need them, Lord knows. We need to rebuild this land. I've been noticing a weird thing. Some of the animals are born different. At first, I thought it was just a random fluke. Two-headed cow should go to the Museum of Fakery, but then it happened again and again. He doesn't make mistakes like this. The flood. September 1st. Weird cows are born more often than not, and I don't know what to say. Plants are weird too. Plants are merging, changing colors. I don't know what to do. Maybe this is a recreation of our world like after the flood. If so, we survivors had no ark, no protection. I stayed up all night cooking stew and corn pone for everyone here. There's a lot of us now. A lot of us aren't doing so good. Some have lost faith in the responders and ran to the mountains to join gangs. I pray for them. I pray for us all, mind you. And then see, it does have a second page. So, because I hit return and it went to that second page, but there's nothing on there. So, experiments. October 10th. The weird cows continue to be weird. I heard someone who arrived from over east, over here, call them Brahmin. I can't remember what regular cow tastes like anymore, or regular tomatoes for that matter. I've set up an experiment to monitor these things. I'm worried, what if the meat and vegetables here are hurting us? I need to keep tracking. I need to keep track of this to know for sure. In the meantime, I think old prepackaged food is probably okay. No, it's not. It's not. Gangs. Radiation is radiation. November 8th. A bunch of old survivors came down to the town from the mountains. They're in a gang now. They wanted stuff. They tore up my gardens and killed some cows. I'm going to start putting some extra food in the pantry just in case. I need to remember they have a tough time up there. There can't be much to eat in the mountains. Our future. December 25th. I brought all the weird cows down from the nearby farms and let them loose in the pastures. I think they'll stay because I planted a bunch of good hay grass there. In a couple months, I will build some gardens near the houses and set up some control groups of plants. He didn't take us, so I need to make sure I'm ready for when he returns. This has to be just a trial. There we go. I have to do better. I need to make sure everyone here eats well and survives until the end. Apology, April 25th. I have sunken my entire life lately into these experiments and feeding these survivors. I asked him if this is enough, if he will come for me now. Silence. Is this punishment? I was in the war. I killed. I know I did these things, but I had to. They made me do it. I thought it was right too. How can I apologize now? June 26th, at peace. Just finishing planting the community garden for the next year. Figure I'll have some time in the garden patches behind the house for a bit. It brings me peace to work the land like this, planting some seeds. Gonna see what the hoot they turn out to be. Don't look like any kind of seeds I know. Bless his creativity. Right. Again, that's a lot of dialogue in a single terminal, everybody. That's a lot of dialogue. And there we go. We got a rank up. Bam. And then also, again, make sure to look up, look around, look down, look for those recipes, look for that loot as you're going through. Oh, I missed a milk bottle there. And I think we already checked these in here. Oh, there's a pencil. And grab that. Now, we also got a level up, so let's go ahead and do that. You have reached level 5. Disable pacifist mode in in-game settings to enable player combat. No. Allies work together. All damage is ignored. Players, strangers, team up, trade, or attack. Damage is reduced on both sides. Enemies, kill or be killed. See, this whole entire part should be taken out of the entire game, I think. I think this whole player combat thing was a huge, huge mistake. Now, again, I'm going to go very heavy into charisma, so I'm actually going to choose the charisma one, but I'm going to go ahead and filter to a point in which I can see all the cards, so I can make a choice as I go along. Now, one of the ones I know I don't need right away is Green Thumb, because Green Thumb only has one level. It's already max ranked. I definitely don't need that one. Let's go ahead and look at what we got. We got Action Boy, so we can regenerate our action points, and that's something I can use right away. I can go ahead and gain 6 damage and energy resist, max 18 for each teammate, excluding you. So if I have more people in my party, I'm actually doing more damage, which is great. Falling below 20% health will automatically use a stem pack once every 20 seconds. I don't like to rely on that because it doesn't always work. And then, of course, stem packs restore 15% more lost health. That's a great one for intelligence. Now, again, if I get this one for intelligence, first aid, and then I also want to use hacker, you can just swap them when you need them, right? So you can swap them in and out. Now, I always think when it comes to hacker or when you're using skills that actually open up terminals or lock boxes, that those should automatically become like passive, right? That you don't have to swap those on and off. They should automatically be a passive skill. Now you've unlocked it, just much like in Fallout 4, that you can just unlock it and it will be unlocked the whole time. Now you can see I've got Inspirational. I've already got 2 of those, so I don't want to do that one right now. We've got Lead Belly is another one I would say is pretty decent in there. We've got Pick Lock, which allows me to pick lock better locks. Scrounger, of course, going to give me extra ammo. Now, I really want a bunch of these. I want Traveling Pharmacy. I want Scrounger. I want Pick Lock, especially Pharma. Very, very good. And then, of course, Lead Belly would be a great one. I actually stopped using Lead Belly in this game. Normally, I would use it in every single Fallout game because it is so great. But I'm not going to use it. Campers are another great one. Hackers are a great one. Gunrunner is actually pretty decent, especially in the early game. Your running speed is increased by 10% whenever you have a pistol equipped. So whenever you have you can just put your pistol on and then run much faster to get from A to Z if you're going across the wasteland. Also, you see me do first aid for sure, and then, of course, Action Boy. But what is the most useful thing at level 5 for me, right? Is it more action points? Is it using more stem packs? I would say it's actually getting more loot, because that's how I like to play. So the 3 things for getting more loot would be Scrounger, so I can get more ammo, Pick Lock, so I can unlock higher level locks, and then, of course, Pharma. Now, if you notice the ones that are new, the Pick Lock ones and all of those are new. Now, one of the things you want to do before you pick this perk is to say, wait a minute, hold on, let me back up, because you can just tab out of there, right? So you backed out of there. It didn't choose your points now or anything like that. And now what you can do is go ahead and put in any perks. And I definitely suggest to put them in, even if you're not going to be melee character and all of that. Put in any perks that you already got for free. And there's Can Do there for extra food as well. But you can see I already have Scrounger, right? So I'm already scrounging for extra ammo, so I already have that one. I can't put any additional stuff in luck, so I want to eliminate luck. I want to eliminate perception for right now, right? So I don't want any of those. The 3 that I have open right now is endurance, intelligence, and agility. But if you look at charisma, I actually have charisma 4. So if I do get another charisma perk, which is 3 or below, I could actually put that one on as well directly into charisma. But for right now, I'm just sharing my card, which is, of course, giving everybody a 5% boost to all of their XP. So I really want to think about, do I want to go endurance, intelligence, or agility, right? Those are my 3 that I want to choose from. So again, I'm going to put it into charisma because I want to get my charisma to 6 as quick as possible so I can share higher level cards and I can upgrade my inspirational card along the way. Now, I could have chose a different card other than my 2nd inspirational, but I just decided to grab it early game. Again, in the long run across the thing, it's not going to be that big a deal. So again, perception, intelligence, agility, right? So this would be a great one for agility. Action Boy. We've got one here for intelligence, more step packs. And then what was our other one? I think it was endurance. So we could go Lead Belly or Iron Stomach. Both of those would be pretty great. But the weird thing is we have this one, which is perception, which is Pick Lock. And I also already have Scrounger. So if I choose Pharma, that is actually going to replace my Scrounger right now. And Pharma is one of my favorite ones in the game, everybody. It is actually going to give you crazy tons of stamp packs and rataways and that stuff. And then I'll sell hundreds and hundreds of them to the store. But because I've already got one in, and I'm just kind of walking you through my thought process, because I've already got one in luck, and I'm not going to put a point into luck right now, I'm actually going to go with pick lock. Because it's going to allow me to unlock the higher level stuff as I'm going around. And we already ran into a thing that requires pick lock. Another cool thing I can do with pick lock is that I can go ahead and just kind of swap out my green thumb until I need it and put my pick lock in for most of the time, right? If I'm collecting resources or vice versa, right? So if I'm running around, again, I'm already using that particular thing. If I'm running around, I will typically keep my green thumb on. And then if I run into something where I need it, I can go ahead and turn my pick lock on. Also, I can share pick lock with everybody else so they can unlock stuff as well. But once you unlock it, or once someone unlocks it, it is unlocked for everybody in the area. So really, you only need one person who has the ability to unlock everything. And you'll see me come back later on, and I'll go ahead and choose my perks here. Like I already know that I'm definitely going to be working on my Master Infiltrator right here. And I can actually just go ahead and slot that in right now. Boom, right there. So auto lock skill, 0 terminals and locks, +3 lockpicking and hacking. So again, we can just look at how to inspect it. Auto unlock skill, 0 terminals and locks, +3 lockpicking and hacking skill. So I literally just put that legendary on. I just put that legendary card on level 5. Now I could do it at any level, and it just basically will auto unlock level 0, right? Level 0 stuff, and then gives me +3 lockpicking and hacking skills. So right off the bat, you can use your legendary skills. And again, I'm not going to use pretty much any of these other than Ammo Smith. And then right away, again, right at the very beginning of the game, 50% more ammo when I'm crafting ammunition. So great legendary perk, right? And it's weird that these unlock so early. You would think they would unlock at like level 50. Very, very strange. Now, if I'm getting it wrong, you let me know. Do these perks actually work at the very beginning of the game? I think they shouldn't. I think they shouldn't work until much later in the game. Now, I made the mistake in my previous character of using Charisma. My biggest suggestion is do not use this Charisma legendary perk because it doesn't actually give you the bonus that you need. You want to get natural Charisma all the way up to maximum. If you're going to share cards and things like that, if you are a Charisma build like me, or basically Wasteland Tycoon build, that's what I call it. So I am not going to do Charisma this time because that was a huge waste of my legendary points, because what happens is I used the card to boost my Charisma, and then I went to try to share the card and I said, sorry, you don't have good enough Charisma. Now again, I don't know if it's a bug or if that's intentional, but I suggest steer away from the legendary card for sure. Now, what other cards should I use in here? Now, all of these other cards, I think for my particular build, other than if you're going to do like Blood Sacrifice, which is this one right here, which is the Bloodied set. Some of these are probably good for different sets. I feel like they're all useless for me. One of the things I guess you could have Power Armor Reboot, 50% chance to auto revive with full health if you're down in Power Armor. That might be useful. There's actually a perk that you already have for that. I feel like it's actually better to get perk points. And I think I probably could have done this at the beginning of the game. I thought of it right at the end of yesterday. I was like, man, I should have tried that right at the very beginning of the game. Because I already have a bunch of slots unlocked. So in theory, I could go in and actually start to unlock some of these skills. Now, in this particular playthrough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put points into skills that are going to be ones that that are probably not going to be my primary skills, right? That are going to be skills that are going to be secondary skills. My primary skill stat is Charisma, Strength, and Intelligence. Why? Because Charisma is going to allow me to convince people to tell me all their secrets or do what I ask them to do. And then, of course, Strength is going to allow me to carry more resources and basically loot a lot of stuff. Intelligence is going to allow me to craft a bunch of stuff, right? And those are the reasons why I go with those. Now, luck, on the other hand, is one of those ones that you can do luck sets, you can do sniper sets and things of that nature, stealth sets. Really fun way of doing it. But I use luck to collect more resources. As you saw, I have already a perk in luck that I can use. Now, before I actually choose these, the best thing to do, now I know I'm going to use these two, so those are on lock. And I have basically 4 more slots so I can put stuff in. So what I'm going to do is go look for where I already have a card that I could add right now, right? I don't need it later on. I need that perk point right now in something that will help me in the early levels, right? So if I add Charisma, I could get Charisma 6 and then actually be able to share the card, right? No, because it will not give it to me on Charisma because you're sharing a card. Through that, it actually does not work unless you have a natural Charisma. So watch out for that one. Now, Scrounger, I do have Can Do, which is going to give me extra food. So if I put it in luck, that's going to help me. But I would say, because I just got Green Thumb, and see, I'm already thinking 10 steps ahead, everybody. That's just the way I play games. I already got the pick lock because I know I'm going to add a legendary perk to Perception, so I can go ahead and add that pick lock. That is what legendary points or legendary perks I find are the most useful. So let's go in. Let's go ahead and choose Perception, and we're going to test it right now. We're going to add Perception into our legendary slot. Now, by the way, you can take these in and out. You can even level them all the way up, take them out, swap them with another one, as long as you have enough legendary points. And you get legendary points by scrapping your extra cards. Now, if you notice, my Perception is now 2. That means that I can have Green Thumb and Pick Lock on at the same time. Again, you got to get on my level, everybody. I'm already thinking way ahead. So that allows me, of course, to get that going. Now, the other ones, again, that I don't use as my primary stats would be Endurance, Agility, and Luck. All right? Now, I know that I definitely want to put more luck cards in there that I can and get that luck up there. Another one that I do a lot is going to be Agility, right? Because I'm going to use that Action Boy. I feel like Action Boy is a must for me because I do a lot of running in my power armor, and I'm always running around from here to there, so it helps boost that regen of my Agility points. So we know we're definitely going to do Luck, and we know we're going to do Agility, so we might as well just go ahead and go in here and put in Luck. There we go. And then Agility. Bam. And again, it takes effect right away, right? And this is what I was wondering. Does the legendary ones affect your character right at the very beginning? And the answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. As you can see, I added a legendary perk and I was able to put an additional card on there. That's why I feel like out of all of these cards, other than Master Infiltrator, which allows you to open stuff without even doing the stuff eventually. You don't even have to do the terminals. Just click on it. It's already been open. You open up a lock. It's already open. You don't have to even do the bobby pins anymore. You'll end up with hundreds of bobby pins, thousands of them, that I just usually use if there's like 5 or 6 more caps that I haven't got out of the vendor. I use my lock picks on that. You only need 1 lock pick, and that's it for the whole rest of the game once you've maxed this out. But these are the most powerful things. And the reason why they're so powerful is because you can get more cards going at the same time. That's why they're incredibly powerful, right? Like you saw that I could just go ahead right here at the beginning of the game. Even though I'm level 5, I'm getting like a level 6 worth of perk, right? So I got another one, and then I got another perk point, so that's level 7, and then another perk point in luck, that's level 8, right? So I'm level 5, but I'm getting basically a level 8 return on my investment. Now, the other one I would normally do would either be Intelligence or Endurance. Now, Intelligence, Charisma, and Strength are my 3 primary skills that I go into for what I'm doing, right? Whether it's crafting or adventuring. Now, you can, because they've changed the game, you can actually go in and change not only your cards now and create card sets, but you can actually create perk sets. You can change your perk set anytime to whatever else you wanted to do. I'm not sure if it's at max level. Is it only at max level? Do they have that now? I don't know. We'll have to go look at the thing and see if we can change our perk points. And again, hey Meta, yes, it's a lot. I turn off passive at level 5 for me. I think the PvP is stupid. I think it's incredibly stupid. I don't want to be forced into PvP. I don't want people bothering me with PvP. If you do any PvP on my server, I will boot you from my friends list. I will instantly boot you from the friends list. If you attack me for any way, you will get kicked. So you aren't using legendary perks then, Kismet? I wasn't. I am using them now. I saved it up because I thought of it right at the end of the day yesterday. I was going to talk about legendary perks. And I thought, oh, man, I forgot. I was like, I got to remember today so we can go over it. We can talk about the benefits of using it in the early game. So there you go. You can buy legendary perk slots. No, I'm not buying. Well, you use the perk points to level up the perk cards, right? You're not buying new slots. Your slots are based on your level, right? Like when you get to level 300, you'll get an additional one as well. So very, very nice in the long run. But I want to use the perks that I know that are not my primary perks, right? So that's why I went this time, and I went different last time. I went with perception, endurance, and luck are my primary ones. I mean, are my secondary ones, and the same thing with agility. I mean, agility is probably one that I use less. I'll get to 3 agility and then eventually 6 agility. 3 agility allows me to have a level 3 action boy, and then again another 3 allows me to have the shotgun thing that allows me to cripple mobs. So when mobs are running up me, bam, I blast them with a shotgun, they're crippled, and now they don't hit me. I just walk back, especially melee characters, and they're down on the ground, and I can literally just shoot them from afar and then grab their loot, which is really fun at the White Spring, by the way, after you nuke the White Spring. We'll get it back into all of that later on as we go through. So now I can have both the green thumb, pick lock by using my legendary perks. So the other one I need, you can see I've already done agility, luck, perception. You can see that I'm going to go ahead and go endurance in this particular one. And this last perk. Now make sure you don't put the wrong one on there because you only have one shot at it. There we go. So now I have the ability. Now, as you go through the game, every 5 levels or so, you're going to get a perk pack, which actually is useful now. It's annoying in the later games. It's like it keeps popping up every time. I think it should be like your level ups where the perk packs just go down there and then you have like 20 perk packs and you can just open them all at the same time, as opposed to them popping up every single time you go into your thing and you're in the middle of a battle and you forgot to, share your card or whatever it is, and you're trying to get your card and you're like, no, perk pack, get out of there. I don't want to do that right now. I want to do the thing. And then you actually open a perk pack and you're getting shot and all of that ridiculousness. It should be at the convenience of the player and not forced to be popped up every single time. That's one of my things I feel like they should work on. So again, now I'm like level 8 or 9 worth of perk points, even though I'm level 5. So definitely suggest that you get your cards going early if you have a kind of an idea of what you already know you want to do. So I could have basically 2 agility cards right now. Now I suggest also in the early game, work only with level 1 cards. This way you're getting the biggest, widest, broadest amount of stuff going at the same time as well. And you'll see me just put cards on just to fill that slot, because why not? There's nothing in there, and I don't have any other cards to fill it. And this will be my normal playthrough. I'm not going to be doing a melee playthrough. We already did that before and whatnot. So, all right. So that's awesome. So the legendary perks do work right at the very beginning of the game. And again, this is going to give me a boost to my hacking and a boost to my crafting. All right, there we go. Pick lock, master pick lock, increase your skill level by 1. Equip all 3 in order to pick level 3 locks. Now, where do we see that chest, everybody? Do you remember where we saw it? I remember. I remember where I find loot, everybody. I remember where I find the goodies. So let's run back this way. We're going to backlog. And again, I feel sorry for my crew, everybody. They're always, you don't stand around and wait for me. Feel free to do something else, everybody. I don't want you to have to stand and just kind of stare at me while I'm doing stuff or follow me around. We found one right in here. Now, someone already came in here and unlocked it, which is a bummer because I was going to show you how to unlock stuff, and the fact that it gave me now the ability to unlock this level 1 item. But the cool thing is even if they unlock it, you still get the loot, because remember, all loot boxes or containers are shared in a way. So it will share the unlocking, but the loot inside is unique to your character. So this is called instance loot, right? For each individual player. You're not taking someone else's loot when you're going in there and grabbing it. So pretty cool. So those are some of the things I want to talk about, and I had them in my notes for today. I'm glad I remembered to look at them. So there you go. They are account locks. It's based off the highest level character you've had. Oh, is that what it is, Box Kicker? I knew it was something like that. That's right. It's based on the highest level character I've had, and because I moved my character over, these are already unlocked. That's right. I remember that from when they first added it now. You are correct. So if it's your first playthrough, you're not going to have as many unlocked as I did. Because again, I had level 460 character that I moved from the Bethesda launcher to Steam. And of course, I already have a ton of the things already unlocked on my character because of that. Because I moved that over. Maybe I should have deleted him first and then moved him over. I wonder if that would have restarted this or if I would have kept all of those achievements anyway. I guess we'll never know. If you guys know, let me know in the chat. If you're hardcore like me and deleted your character. It's good that Fallout 76 is introducing more and more things to get less players. Fallout is meant to have post-apocalyptic setting, so having less people around makes you feel like you're playing it for real. I think so too. I think their plan always was to have it where you came in, you're the first people out of the vault, everybody else is pretty much dead or mutated or turned into super mutants or whatever. And then, of course, eventually you then have people come back to the wasteland. And then, of course, you're then meeting those people and interacting with those people. I think that was pretty much their plan from the beginning. Just people did not like it. They did not like the fact that they did not have that traditional Fallout story where you're talking with NPCs and you're talking with people and you're interacting with them. They did not like that a lot. A lot of not liking it. All right, so let's finally get into Flatwoods here. We've been kind of walking around the whole town here. And we're going to, again, grab that loot as we go because remember, that stuff all adds up. Always have a couple melee weapons, a couple ranged weapons because they do break. And of course, it usually costs you more to repair them than anything else. Oh, we got a note here. Let's read the note. Free cooking lessons. Delicious and free cooking lessons just outside Flatwoods Tavern in the parking lot. Reverend Dilbert Winters. Oh, we know him. We learned all about him on the way in. Leads cooking lessons every day. Free to all survivors. Come get fed and learn how to cook the old-fashioned way. Menu. Reverend Winters' famous Appalach chili. Corn pone, yum, and cram burgers. It's definitely meat. Well, probably, at least some of it. Kindly refer to your local friendly responder for details and class schedules. Now, I take all this stuff, everybody. It's like a memento. And one of the things I would do in Fallout 4, which I really enjoyed, is the fact that they had separate containers for this stuff. So you could put, like I was saying, a locker down, and you could put all of your extra notes in there. And if you need to reference them, they'll be in the notes. And they would not be mixed in with the rest of your stuff. Here in Fallout 76, it is not. It is one gigantic container. Even if you're putting in like bobbleheads into one of those little bobblehead machines, or even if you're putting your magazines in there, I find it incredibly distracting and annoying to have to scroll through a whole bunch of magazines to get to my actual gear and resources instead of them being in a separate container. I don't know if they're ever going to fix that or not. I seriously doubt it. I think that would actually be a lot of work. At this point, I think they should have taken a cue from Fallout 4 and made those containers separate. I'm sure there's some sort of technical reason they did that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, but if you think about it, they actually did make the game work, so you got to give them that credit. You got to give them the credit that they actually did, took basically Fallout 4 and turned it into a multiplayer game. It's weird that a lot of these bags are empty that I'm looking through here, but you never know. Now, let's see. Any other quests? I should probably look at my quest log before I get too far here. And we also need to switch over here because we're going to play some Satisfactory today. So yeah, just my main quest, First Contact, Hunter for Hire, build the crane treasure thing. That's right. We got to go back to do that. Search for traces of the overseers in Flatwoods. That's the quest we're actually on right now. Let's grab some wood. And let's see, anything else here? Again, you'll see me double back a lot because I want to make sure I don't miss anything in this kind of starter zone. Because it's not like we're going to come back to the starter zone and hang out here when you get to level, 400 again like I did. For sure. All right, so let's go ahead and check out what's going on in here. Oh, that's right, Chloe's in here. That's right. There we go. All right, responders plea. Let's go. Oh.
Please help me! Please let me out! Please! Please! I'm begging you! Don't leave me here! Please! Please! I'll give you anything you want! Money? Yeah? You want camps? My life's saving
Okay, now here's the rule of giving away your secret stash, everybody. Wait till they let you out first, then tell them. You don't tell them why you're in the thing. That's a bad idea. All right, let's do a battle. To battle! Otherwise, I have no reason to let you out, because now you just told them where your secret stash was. Let's do it. All right, my screen changed, it did. All right, let's do this. All right, we got this. It's 60 units or 59 units versus 70 or so. Let's see what we can do to get you guys some loot. Now, this little side game we play called Stream Raiders. Play it every 30 minutes or so. Really, really fun. Now, again, I'm going pretty slow through the game, everybody. Again, we're going to be playing through the entirety of Fallout 76 again, including all the new content, and see how that new content affects our newbie playthrough as we go through. All right, open that capture chest, give you guys some love. TARDIS, Les, and Akia walking away with the loot. TARDIS coming in, MVP with a 16 kills. I see you, Mr. Akin, with 6 units as well. Nice job. Let's get in there. It's time for a boss. Oh, tier 11 complete. I'm bummed that we missed out on all that sweet loot. Oh, Necromancer scrolls. We missed out on all that sweet loot in the last event. We still got 12 days on this one, though. We're going to try to do the best we can. Let's see. This one is a 5 skull, so we're definitely going to pull in the max level character. I have so many extra scrolls on this guy, everybody. It's almost 3,000 extra scrolls, and I already have 2 max level tanks. I find that pretty funny. And that's because I want you guys to win, right? It's not as great for me. I should probably put my lower level characters down, but my goal is to get you guys maximum loot, and that's what we're going to do. All right, now that guy just told us where his secret stash was. Is up the hill, back up the thing, and whatnot. I'm not going to bother to go look for it. Let's go ahead and look at the kitchen terminal. Experimental pantry prototype. Current stockpile, food critical, water critical. Emergency volunteer login. Right here. So there we go. Volunteers should donate potato soup and ribeye steaks. Again, there's just so much dialogue or so much reading in this game. I feel like they did it a little too much. Oh, apple chili, which we already read before, right? We read that one already. Containment details. Specifications. Old deep freeze tanks holds 50 pounds of steak at maximum. Temperature may be hot or cold when deposited. Automated pantry only accepts ribeye steak right now. Additional food donations will be updated in 0.2.0. Steaks must be cooked to medium rare only. Carbon levels tweaked to reject all other consistencies. Well done steaks may be deposited in the leather scrap box for armor usage. Run diagnostics. Running diagnostics, done. Internal refrigerating temperature, 108 degrees. That's not good. Internal freezer temperature, 153 degrees. Sending alert to Miguel, done. Bugs. Tracking bugs. Current known issues with the automatic pantry. Temperature control is broken. Urgent, open. It's not just discussing. This is a sanitation issue. The food is all rotten. Delbert. Partial fix applied. You can no longer receive food from the automatic pantry. I need food in this pantry for the potluck, says Dilbert. I need a diagnostic tool for now. I have to return to the airport immediately, but I will fix it when I get back. I don't think he makes it back, everybody. I actually know the answer if he does or not. Can't detect ribeye steaks properly. Fixed. Comment. It isn't registered. It isn't registering my contribution as a volunteer. I need to be able to train survivors with this program this week. Delbert. Comment. I have updated the automatic pantry program, but you do have to cook the meat properly for it to detect the charbroil and meat type. Can't detect potato soup. Status closed. Same as a ribeye steak problem. Delbert. I have to aid a compartment. I have to add a compartment to store fluid separately from steak, or else they get stored together. I'll need to get Gary to pick up the parts at Morganton Airport. It'll take at least a month probably. What do you want me to do, Miguel? Just close it. For now, ribeye steak will do. Delbert. Still says milk on the machine. Open cosmetic. It's just confusing, isn't it, Delbert? Maybe Colonel can help with this. I can't paint. Miguel. All right, so it still says milk on it. See, that's a little thing. Now, there's a holotape here. Volunteer training program food. Now, I can listen to it while it's in there, or what I can do is I can go ahead and eject it, get it into my inventory, and then I can listen to it while I'm doing other things. So let's go ahead and find out. We still got to listen to Who Goes There Part 2. Let's listen to the volunteer program.
Interview 2. Reverend Delbert Winters. Hi, I met you in the woods near the Morgantown Airport. You were picking flowers. Why?
I was harvesting a lot of stuff, actually. I hunted deer recently. Looked strange, but tasted fine.
Okay. Well, what's a basic, easy meal that someone who's been surviving on cans could make?
You can make tea with dried flowers. It's not much, but it can soothe your stomach. I don't know what this flower is called, but I call it a soot flower. If you add it to water, you can make a tea. Same with rabbit meat or chicken meat. You can easily make soups with boiled water. God willing, we can adapt old recipes to new types of food.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Back in the Army, we got sent off to places with weird fish I'd never heard of and weird veggies I'd never seen again. You know, we had to cook with them still. Just pretend it's catfish or something. You see how it turns out. But now, well, let me say that I've seen some weird stuff. I thought maybe it was unholy, but these are all the creation of our Lord, even if man has manipulated them, and dang it, they're still edible.
Oh, okay. Well, what kind of veggies do you eat?
Yeah, there are still some edible veggies out there, like melons and carrots and gourds. You know, I found some tomatoes and potatoes growing together. They're somehow pollinating each other or something. I ate one, and it was kind of like ketchup-flavored cardboard, but hey, I'm alive. You might have to experiment like that. Don't be too picky if it keeps you alive to see the end of times.
Sounds like you've been thinking about this for a while.
You could say that. I knew the end was coming for a good long while. And, well, it's here. And the end will come again. I have faith that there's a reason for all this, and that we need to survive to see our Lord again. And, well, we need food to survive.
Fair enough. Thanks for the tips, Delbert.
Delbert just explained the origin of the tato right there. See, that's why this is before everything else. They just talked about how both potatoes and potatoes were cross-pollinating each other, and now you know the origin of potatoes. And there's a lot of that stuff in this game, everybody. A lot of that stuff that talks about the origin of items, how caps potentially got started in the wasteland, right? How all of that stuff got started, how the Brotherhood got started, and a whole bunch of other things that I don't want to spoil for you along the way. So definitely want to listen in on a lot of that stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead and just grab all this loot. Hit the bell. Over here we've got Who Goes There. I'm just going to take these ones. Well, those are really long, so we'll listen to those potentially another time or never, one or the other. And really what we're here for. Now, the funny thing is, whenever I come in here, I always go like this. I just run right over here and hit this thing right here. Now, actually, when I first started playing the game, I weirdly got the pie very early in the game, which is very rare, especially when you have low luck. Luck actually helps you with the pie, but you could literally do this for hours and never get it, right? You can play the game for 1,000 hours and never get the pie. It's all based on your actual luck in real life, your RNG. And my RNG is terrible, incredibly bad. But again, we'll go ahead and look through all of this. Now, again, we want to sign up here as a responder eventually. But we're going to come up here and we're going to look for any more loot. What do we got up here? Tabitha. So there's all these like stories that you run into as you're going through this whole area. And so we'll listen to that one.
Just talking to this? Oh, yeah, am I loud enough? Okay. Hi. What do you want me to say exactly? Yeah, so just talk about how you got here and maybe a little bit about your life. This is a historic document. Go ahead, Tabitha. Okay, so, well, thanks. Okay. I've been sober for 9 days. I got here 9 days ago. My name is Tabitha. And this is my story. I just found out about everything. The war, the bombs, I just realized this was, really happening. For years, I thought the chems were playing tricks with my mind, hurting my brain. Thought it was the worst trip ever. Every time I'd come out of my haze long enough to look for food, I'd find more chems and, well, they kept going. And I kept seeing madness. Look, I would have been wandering around fighting giant rats and eating garbage if not for the responders. They're good folks. That doc in the church, got me some meds that are helping out a lot. And they have group therapy meetings, and it's good. It's good. I think it's helping. But listen, you should avoid the mountains. They'll just get you mixed up. Get you doing things you don't want to do. Hurting people mostly. And there are so many chems up there. I spent too long there and I hurt people. I couldn't think right. I couldn't. Oh, it's okay, Tabitha. Remember what we said in the group? Take your Addictol and rest, and things will be okay soon. It's okay. We're here for you. Yeah, I'm taking it. When I feel better, I'm going out west, though. Getting out of this place. Getting out, getting away from the chems, all of this. I feel better every day, but, you know, years of chems, years of rads, years of sleeping in the muck. It adds up. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to sleep now, okay? Okay. Thanks for sharing your story, Tabitha. Get some sleep. You'll be okay. You're safe now.
Now, one of the things I mentioned when I first started playing Fallout 76, and I'm going to mention it again, is these storylines are way too slow. They are way too slow, everybody. I don't know why they have the pacing of what they're saying. I mean, I understand she's doing it for, dramatic effect, but the pacing of them are really slow. Now, the difference between a live game and then a game that you're playing solo, you're playing by yourself, you're listening to the dialogue, you're waiting for the dialogue, is huge. This normally, if you were playing this at the very beginning of the game, you got 50 other people running through here making all sorts of noise and shooting, and some of them are PvPing and doing dumb stuff like that. You can't hear any of this dialogue. Sitting and waiting for that dialogue for 3, 4, 5 minutes when it should have been, not more than 30 seconds or a minute. Each of these little holotapes should be way shorter, way, way shorter. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys agree. If you think this stuff they should be talking faster and that dialogue should have been cut down and you could get the same gist of it. That if she says the beginning part a little faster and then the part at the end, then a little bit slower for emphasis. But I feel like all of the dialogue in this entire game, the entire storylines and all of that stuff are like so incredibly slow. They're like at half speed or quarter speed in there. Now, there is somebody new who's right here. This lady, Heather, she was added after Wastelanders. She was actually not here at the beginning of the game. So let's talk to her.
Chloe, are you here for the responder training?
And my options are, as a matter of fact, I am. They must really have cared about helping people to set up a training program. Doesn't look like training saved any of them. Responder training, ? Nope, just passing through, goodbye. As a matter of fact, I am. I'm going to go with that one.
Then you're not alone. A lot of people come here because of that radio message the responders left. That's what brought me here too. At first, I was planning to just do the training and move on, but honestly, I kind of like it here. I really enjoy meeting all the people that pass through and hearing their stories. Wait a minute. Are you one of those people who was in Vault 76?
Just because I've got my vault thing on. Now, if I had higher perception, if I had perception 4 or more, you've got a good eye. What gave it away? And then, of course, I'm wearing my vault suit. So that's another reason why I wear my vault suit, because I want to get that additional embellishment of the storyline, because they see I'm in a vault suit or they see I have my Pip-Boy on. And then I just tell them like it is. I sure am.
I knew it! I could tell just by looking at you. I've always thought that life in a vault must be so amazing, with the robots and all the machines and having everything you need every day. Best of all, you're safe, which, let me tell you, is a thing us outsiders very rarely get to feel. Though I guess you're one of us now, so that's all in the past for you.
All right, now, there we go. Look at my charisma. See, I've boosted my charisma, and I'm past level 4 charisma, and now, also, not only can I have more perk cards, but it also allows me to get additional details in dialogue choices. Very much like Fallout New Vegas, one of the greatest Fallouts of all time. If you have not played Fallout New Vegas, well, you need to get busy. I come back to Fallout 76 later, because that one's truly great. Now, if you don't like the old graphics in it, whatever, I suggest maybe some Fallout 4, or just, jump right into the fire and play some 76. Especially if you haven't played it in a while. I definitely suggest new character, move your stuff over from your Bethesda launcher, because again, that Bethesda launcher, I think it's May 12. Yeah, lots of ones in the chat. Yeah, the dialogue is way too slow. I feel like if it had a function to go at 1.5 times or 2 times, I would turn that on. So I strongly suggest you give it another playthrough. And again, make sure to move over your stuff from the Bethesda launcher before May 12th, I think it is. And then the Bethesda launcher is going bye-bye. So you want to make sure to move it over so you get all your achievements, your atoms. It'll move your Fallout First over, everything over, pretty much, except for some exceptions. I forget what the actual exceptions are, but it moved all my stuff over on the first try. The only thing I had a problem was uninstalling the Bethesda launcher, because it said it was already running or whatnot. And I could have went in and into the task to try to get it to go, but I just restarted my computer. So I uninstalled first I moved to Steam, do that first. Move all of your games over to Steam, whichever ones you have in the Bethesda launcher, automatically move them all. And then what you can do is go ahead and uninstall all the games from the Bethesda launcher, restart your machine, uninstall the Bethesda launcher through add remove programs, or however you like to remove them. I like using add remove programs because it removes all the other stuff along with it. And then once you do that, then you go to Steam and then install Fallout 76 again. I strongly suggest probably another restart just to make sure. If you have an older machine, my machine, I just went and reinstalled it. And then now I'm playing the Steam version of Fallout 76. So there you go. So my option is here with +4 charisma. Could you help me out? I really could use some supplies. So I'm going to convince her to give me some supplies. Mind if I ask you something, which is going to give me additional deep dialogue, which is great, because one of the problems with some of the dialogue in this game is even if you do talk to people like robots, or there's actually a super mutant that you'll talk to as you run around, I'm not going to tell you who. But they didn't have very deep dialogue choices. Now, you're also going to get allies. I've actually given up all of my allies that I ran into before as well. So I have to run into all of them again and do all of those storylines as well, which I've never done all of the ally storylines. I've done a few of them, but not all of them anyway. So there's a lot for me to do, everybody. A lot for me to do, and I love to be in that mode where I always have lots and lots for me to do. So that's my option. Now, another option is strength 4, right? Where you kind of dominate the person and say, I need supplies and you're going to give them to me now, right? That's not how I like to play. I like to say, hey, I could use a little supplies if you don't mind. So that's the one I'm going to go ahead and use. Let's do it.
Of course. I know how hard it can be out there. I just made up some stim packs. Here, you can have these. Give yourself an injection when you're hurt and they'll heal you right up.
Boom, 3 stim packs right there, just because I have high charisma. All right, now, this is what I find Fallout is about, everybody, and that is deep storyline, RPGs, deep dialogue trees, learning about the lore, the background, and discovering those little tidbit of knowledge that not every person is going to run into, like we discovered where Tato's came from. I could tell you that probably 50% or more, a pretty high percentage, didn't realize that that person was talking about the origin of Tato's and how Tato's got started. And Tato's got started here in Fallout 76 because this, again, is a prequel before all of the other Fallouts. So that's an interesting, cool tidbit of knowledge if you love Fallout lore like I do. So let's learn a bit about her here. So tell me about yourself.
Me? There's not much to tell, really. I came in with Paige and the rest and stayed up at Foundation for a while. It was nice. But eventually I wanted to go my own way, Get out and see some places I've never seen, figure out who I am. When I heard the message on the radio about Flatwoods, I was curious to meet the responders, so I made my way here. I decided to stay here and see what else I could learn. That's pretty much my story.
All right, so who's Foundation? Who's Paige? Now remember, this is all after Wastelanders. This was not in the original game, so tell me about Foundation.
It's a community of settlers up in the mountains to the east. It's a nice enough place, I guess. That being said, it's a hell of a dangerous trip trying to get there. I barely made it out of the mountains alive. If I were you, I'd keep to the forest until you're ready to deal with some seriously nasty stuff.
Okay, tell me about Paige.
He's the closest Foundation has to a leader, I guess. I never got to know him real well, but he always seemed like a decent guy. Honest, reliable, cares about the people, that kind of stuff.
I forgot about I didn't even know that was his name, the leader up there. I am real huge slacker on all those quests, everybody. I didn't do all the Foundation quests. I didn't do all the Crater quests. I've never done them all. I'll get to it eventually. There's something else I'd like to know.
Okay, what is it?
How you doing? Little romance option. What's with the responder outfit?
I found it in one of the houses. It fits great, and it's really comfortable and pretty durable, too. I'd also be lying if I said it didn't have some sentimental value for me. I've admired the responders ever since I first heard about them. What they stood for, helping people no matter what. That was really important.
All right. Anything interesting you can tell me about this area?
Yeah, there's a couple of places around here that qualify as interesting. At least to me. The Agricultural Research Center is infested with feral ghouls and homicidal robots. But you can find some good scrap in there if you're up to it. The New River Gorge Resort to the east is the same story. Maybe, minus the robots.
Now, what she just did, everybody, she actually added basically options to my map. So now I've just learned new locations in the map just by talking to her. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
All right, there we go. So we just had a big interaction in the game like a traditional Fallout game, which is great. Let's talk to the puppy. Hello, Chloe.
It was really nice before the war.
You're so cute. You're a cute puppy. You're no dog meat, but you're still cute. All right. I'm just saying. Just saying, everybody. Now we'll come back probably next time, tomorrow. We're going to get really deep into a bunch of storyline, and we'll come back. We'll sign up as part of the responders here and get that going. But we want to go kind of cross the street here. I think we already went down in there. Yeah. Now, one of the best places I feel in the game, and actually usually where you end up teleporting when you teleport to Flatwoods, is right next to this trading post. Now, one of the first things I do when you get to the trading post is go right here and get whatever you can get in this first aid. If we did have that, if we did have the pharma, we might have additional benefits or additional loot in there. That's what the pharma does. Every time you go into like a first aid box, you might get the one thing, and then it gives you a bonus item on top of that, which is why I want to get that pharma going on. But you'll see me go ahead and look in the mailboxes. We found the overseer's cache there. This is medical. Water safety report. I think we grabbed one of those earlier. Tester, volunteer candidate, colonel. Germ profile high. Recognized bacterial groups, mutated bacterial groups, etc., etc. Water is unsafe for drinking unless boiled thoroughly. That's probably the most important thing to know in there. Wrench. Golly Mine Recon. Read. Jeff, I hope things at Flatwood are going well. I had thought I wanted to share. If we can spare the personnel, I would like to send a team into Golly Mine. They were blasting in the days before the war, and if there's still dynamite in there, it might come in handy. I know you're busy with the volunteer program, so it's your call, Maria. Let's take that. All right, what are we down here? Memo responders. Responders, the database is now locked. Only volunteers and responders may access it until things calm down again.
I bet this town was really...
This is only a precaution. This is only precaution until the whole thing blows over and we get back to rebuilding this great country. I just updated it with more information about supplies, so when we get back, we can start distributing resources to the survivors that remain. Delbert and Keisha have volunteered to stay behind and take care of the survivors. Diasa, which is the lady actually that we heard on the tapes who were talking about the survivor stories, by the way. All right. And there you go. And every now and again, you'll see me mute because you get all this other extraneous dialogue, especially when other people are around you. They'll talk to NPCs. They'll be playing the stuff. Again, more first aid stuff. So that's 2 of them we found so far. There's an IV bag there. That's 3 now. Doctor bags that we found in there. Patient name, Buzz Yates. Complaint, patient admitted at 9 p.m. complaining of an upset stomach, drank several containers of dirty water, claims he likes the earthy taste. Symptoms, patient experienced extreme bowel discomfort, weakness, confusion, barely alive. Treatment, patient died before receiving treatment. Patient was too weak to survive a simple fall from his bed. Drinking so much dirty water reduces physical strength considerably due to the intense radiation damage and disease. While he didn't die of the issues, simply taking a slight injury caused his demise. Oh, that's messed up. I don't even remember that story, everybody. I don't remember that one. So yeah, you want to go look in all the little nooks and crannies, and we'll get to the Overseer's one here in a bit. And again... Oh, she's in here brooming. Oh, I didn't even notice that. All right, so we found 3 of them so far. So let's keep looking around, see what we can find. There's a bone saw right there. I always think of the first Spider-Man. Bone saw is ready.
Or maybe I'm hers. I'm not sure.
Cue ball. And then in here, we've got some more resources. Typewriters are great. Desk fans, knives. I'm just going to grab all this little extra... resources. We've got a diagnostic terminal here. Oh, and then see, I picked up the clipboard, and underneath that was an actual checklist. Equipment checklist sheet. Please keep this list up to date at all times until we get a terminal set up to track this. Soil testing kit, air quality kit. I'm not going to read all of it, but you get the general idea that they're actually they're testing the water to see if it's safe to drink, and the answer is no. Now, here is something that you definitely want to use, right? This is a chemistry station. Now, you don't have to make it yourself because you don't have a chemistry station yet, usually at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this thing called smelting. Now, smelting is going to allow me to basically break down all of this stuff, including all of these vegetables and wasted fertilizer that basically have rotted over all this time. So I can go ahead and use those rotted materials to make myself fertilizer right here in Flatwoods. That's why Flatwoods is a really great place to go to. Also, they've got some healing stuff in here. So if you wanted to make some diluted stem packs, if you have the purified water for it, you can go ahead and use one of your stem packs to make basically 2 stem packs. So you can use it because you don't have, you know, as big a health pool as you would in the later levels. And of course, we can make a bunch of other stuff, ammo and whatnot. gunpowder and whatnot in there. Analyze. And of course, this is the diagnostic terminal for analyzing that water, but access denied because I am not a responder yet. All right, I hear somebody out there shooting.
I did.
And let's see. So we got that going. Now we need to kind of walk around the back here and see what we can find. We got a pillow up here. Responder corpse. Got a stem pack, so we'll take that. Desk fan. Bunsen burner. Burnt books. Now, these burnt books, by the way, used to get into your miscellaneous. And then you'd have like 50 of those burnt books, and you wouldn't realize it, and you'd be overburdened. And you only used to have 300 in it. Another chemistry station here. And again, RT, I go down from 106 to 79 weight just by scrapping that stuff. And again, scrap all you can, because remember, this all adds up to building your camp and other things like that later on, building armor and weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and just look around first. Always have your weapon ready. Pull out your melee weapon as well. And hit R or hold down R to get rid of it. Paint can, a flask. Somebody definitely came through here because there's usually a mob right there. I remember that mob. It jump scared me so many times at the very beginning of the game. Then up here, we got a survivor stories, and there's usually a teddy bear hanging down there. Yeah, there is. We got wine, corn, and then survivor story, the Colonel. So let's listen to him.
Hi. Dasa asked me if I would talk about how I got here.
Oh, I forgot to take a screenshot.
I said okay. My name's Colonel, and I'm 13 years old. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. The bombs and the messed up people and the cows with two heads, all of it. I was bad. Just bad. I cheated on my spelling test. I kicked Chip Wilkins in the shins until he cried. I pushed Rosie McCloy down the stairs. I cut holes in the bottom of all the gym shorts, and I put glue in the mashed potatoes in the cafeteria. I told Harold Newell to eat 10 dead flies a day in order to grow muscles, and I put Nuka-Cola in the rat cage water bottles at the pet store. And, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about everything. Because my dad said if I wasn't this way, the bad things wouldn't happen. I haven't seen Daddy since the bombs, and I guess he left because of that, too. It's okay. I'm trying to be good now, though. I'm not old enough to be a volunteer, but Dawson said I could help collect food and water, so I'm getting better, I promise. And, Daddy, if you're listening, I promise I won't be bad anymore, so you can come back now. Okay? Okay. Bye.
Aw. Now, we actually collected another one of him from later, which we'll play here in a second. Let's do the battle first. We'll come back. We'll listen to that one. To battle! Now, anybody says that Fallout 76 doesn't have a story, they don't know what the heck they're talking about. There's a lot of story in this game. Sometimes the story moves a little slow, but there is definitely a lot of story. Oh, man, we're like a wave on these people. What do we got? 55 to their 69. Oh, we got two groups. Very nice. Look at that. We got our upper group there and then a group down here. Holding off those guys at the bottom. Very nice. Oh, look at you guys go. Get in there. Get her done. Look at these ranged. Dream on, ranged. I got my tank in there. My tank is all about taking that range damage. Later, you little healers. Get owned. There you go. All right, nice. All right, look at that. That was a boss battle, too. Boom. Give you guys some love. Let's see who's going to get that love. Reaper getting love. Akia, you got a bunch of gold there, 50 gold. And less marble as well, get an epic scroll. And Tardis showing how it's done yet again, coming in at our MVP. Akia again with the 6 units. Nice job. Thank you so much for maxing out your units there, helping everybody out in the chat. Let's keep going here. Oh, another chance to get more loot on the low end here. Let's go ahead and get over here on the neutral plains. Let's go ahead and let's just start, since this is only a 1 skull, we'll just start with the vampire right there. Get him in there. Let's check our quests. What was the thing? Oh, yeah, set up battle plans. They're going to do 5 battle plans. Anything else in here? I got to place my saints eventually. Kill mobs, place 2 warriors. I'm not going to do that, but all right. I typically don't do it. Oh, I need 112 gold to get this vampire scroll in the next 4 hours. I think we'll get that. Let's go back to the campaign here. Anything we're doing here? Oh, we're almost up to tier 12, too. So I need to go in and do some really detailed planning right there. Here we go. I don't even really use this planning, everybody. I feel like, you guys have already got this pretty much down. I mean, we absolutely crushed this game. Now, I have over like 900 boss wins. I think it's like 800 and something boss wins, which means that I've actually done over 9,000 battles here in the stream. Now, if you take 9,000 and you times it times 30 minutes, that's how many hours I've done Stream Raiders, everybody, and probably a whole lot more. Because some of them also we've lost along the way because people didn't put down enough units or whatever it was. So I'm like the OG Stream Raiders king here, everybody. So we'll come back to that in about 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll sit up here and we'll enjoy the view a little bit here. If I can I not get on the side of this? Apparently not. No, it won't let me jump up. All right, well, we can just kind of... we just kind of look down the road here. Okay. Now, one of the things that happens when you're going around collecting all the survivor stories here is that you find the Colonel, which was the 13-year-old kid that we just heard, and then there's the Responder Colonel, which is the older version of the Colonel. Now, we found him right away because we were walking down the street and happened to find his thing. That's why I turned it off, because I think it'd be cooler to listen to the younger version of him and then come back and listen to the older version of him. So let's go ahead and listen to him as an older person.
Boy, it's been like 10 years since I did one of these. Dasa said she lost my original one, though. Bummer. My name is Colonel, so, hey, hi. Let's see. Bombs fell when I was a kid. My dad died in the war, so this is all pretty normal. My story is, I guess, boring. So Dasa found me when I was 13 or so. She brought me the responders. They taught me everything. I became a volunteer. It was great. For the past 5 years, I've been a responder myself. I help kids who lost their families. I get them safe, trained. Just act like a big brother. Every year we find fewer people, though, so... I don't know. Things are not good out there. Just getting simple food and water is tough. And the Brotherhood, well, we thought that would be different. We thought everything would be different, though. So anyway, maybe in 10 years, Dasa will ask me to do another one of these survivor stories. Till then, peace, Appalachia.
Peace! The Colonel there went out and turned out from bad to good. Went out there and helped people in the world. Those are the people that are the best, everybody, that help people that can't help themselves. Those are the best peeps. All right, now I can't actually use this terminal right now as well because I got to log in and whatnot. We're going to look into that stuff next time. Now, we do want to get a little bit of maybe a little questing stuff. Now, one of the things, by the way, when you are collecting tons of loot that I find is that there are, of course, workbenches as you're running along. And, of course, again, you can just go over here and you can scrap your various items. Again, when you see this, make sure that you scrap that because you can get overburdened very, very quickly. And this is probably a good place to leave off. We're going to go ahead and come back to working with the volunteers here. I always forget how long this takes, everybody. There's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of stuff to explore and figure out as you're going along. And literally, this is as far as we've been from right there down into here. And look at the size of the world. Again, this is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. It is absolutely massive. Now, of course, it's a lot more open than Fallout 4 is, just to, you know, tell the truth, everybody. But it is absolutely massive. Also, the graphics are way better, no matter how much people break it down. I have played a lot of Fallout 4, nearly 3,000 hours of Fallout 4, and I can tell you that the quality level of the graphics are way better. Now, is the quality level of the quests way better? I would say no for most of the quests. Some of them, like this, are pretty good. I feel like a lot of the dialogue is slow. A lot of the questing and the storyline is good. It's a good premise for the storyline, but because it moves so slowly, I feel like that is a huge detriment to the actual primary story of Fallout 76. But it is cool to know that it is a prequel, right? All right, so I'm going to jump back to my camp over here. And I can actually rename my camp. Tycoon HQ. There we go. Boom. Fast travel. Let's head back over here, and we're just going to kind of do our end-of-day stuff because we're going to switch over to some Satisfactory. Man, I streamed so long yesterday that I only had like a couple hours of sleep, and I was trying to stream that Planet Crafter. And then we went really late with Planet Crafter as well, and then I couldn't sleep. And then I only got a few hours of sleep today, so you know how it goes, everybody. I'm just trying to stay on schedule for once.
About living off the land?
Olaf, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you.
My farm was incredibly productive this season. I've got more vegetables than I know what to do with. You interested?
Oh, absolutely.
Some soup, too. That's my attempt to preserve my goods.
Okay. See. I needed Charisma 8 for that one. These poor crops, you're right. We can't let the fruit of your labor wither. Load me up. And there you go. I'll take some of your crops. Now, you can also just hit tab to leave and come back when you have Charisma 8. So that's what I'm going to do. Instead of picking an option, I'm just going to get out of the dialogue and go. And here's my primary camp here. Now, by the way, if I want to put a camp somewhere else, I did unlock multiple camps right up here in the upper right or upper left. And so I can put down up to 5 camps. So you can unlock a bunch of camps. And, you know, if it says, hey, you got to put your camp down, well, hey, I can just switch to camp 2 and then place that one down instead. And then when I want this one back, I can just choose my Tycoon HQ. And then, boom, it'll bring it back again. So very, very cool. I love the multiple camp thing that's going on. Now, my camp basically exists of this right here. I know. It's a pretty awesome camp, right? And I suggest quite often you want to put your loot away. Again, that's what you're going to drop if you do die. And then you'll have to run back and grab it. Now, sometimes I don't run back for stuff. I just, just leave it and just keep rolling on because you'll get it again later on. Now, again, this is a level 5 leather right arm. So we'll work on that here in a second. We got a campaign hat, a clown outfit, eyeglasses, faded visors, a whole bunch of stuff there. This is stuff that I would just scrap, everybody. Unless you really want to wear that stuff, I'm just going to scrap all of this stuff along the way. There we go. That reminds me of Piper, that thing there. All right. And then here in the stash, food, drink. And look at that. We've got a bunch of spoiled Brahmin milk now. Put all that in there. I guess I ran out of purified water. Yeah, and then let's have some seafood, some gumdrops, some funnel cake. Not that. We'll keep that for our daily. Some corn soup. And by the way, you can still drink this. It just gives you a lot of rads. It still counts toward food and water, though. And then we got some deviled stuff here. Now, your smartest idea, by the way, is to do your cooking, because your cooking is going to reduce that radiation. So if we do brain fungus soup here, we can go ahead and get that. The corn soup, I probably don't want to do that. Silk bean, we can do that one. But I've run out of boiled water, so there's actually more soup I could do. I highly recommend doing the simple soups in the very beginning. to keep your health up so you're not getting diseases all the time. But as you can see, I have no food and water right now. If you look down there in the bottom right corner, but my character's not taking any damage because this is not the survival mode of Fallout 4. You do not take damage if you're out of food and water. It just has a negative effect where you don't have resistance to disease. So you're going to get diseases. So let's go ahead and eat some of this stuff, even though we're going to get a little bit radiated and whatnot, but it's going to get our food up. It's also getting our water up, if you noticed, over there. And then as I go and collect more water from over here, I can just hit R and collect a bunch. See my radiation going up there. And I can look and see if I do have a RadAway. So let's go ahead and use that RadAway. That's going to go ahead and remove that, as well as if you notice that I'm getting healed at the same time, and that's because I had just ate a bunch of food. So you definitely want to do those in conjunction. Pretty easy. So back over here again, all drinks, boiled water. We'll boil a bunch of that water, and then notice now we can do tarberry juice. And there we go. And again, we can hit Q to reduce the amount of things that we can do. All food, corn and whatnot. Now, I don't want to actually do the corn because I actually want to get into my base here a little bit. This is a great place. By the way, notice how it gets rid of the bushes and things like that when you put stuff down. Very nice feature. It does not have that in Fallout 4 because it's really obnoxious to have that stuff going through there. Notice now I can put down my corn, so I'm going to put it right here so it actually gets rid of that bush. And now I have some corn. Now, there's also some razor grain that I can go grab and put that in my camp, and so on. So you want to start grabbing this stuff. Now, notice that I grabbed carrots before, and I grabbed a bunch of stuff before, but now it's gone bad, so I can't actually plant it in my camp. But if I plant this in my camp and I come back later, I can go ahead and take that out, and now I have 2 corn, and then I have 4 and 6, or 4 and 8, 16, 32, 64. You get the idea. I could actually make the whole area full of corn if I wanted to. But you only need a limited amount, everybody. You don't need massive tons of it unless you're making very specific items. I find that, between 6 and 10 is more than enough. Some items as less as 2 or 3 of those items as well. Now, if it does get damaged, you will need more corn to repair that stuff. So I typically will plant my stuff in 2 separate areas. So if the stuff over here gets destroyed, I can then go over to this area, grab some of it, and then be able to repair that area over there in your farm. So we're going to now kind of focus a bit on our on that. And we're going to mute this so I don't have to listen to this terrible dialogue from the guy there. All right, now Dutch's Dram here and so on. This stuff here is sometimes the daily, so we're going to keep that. We're going to look at stuff that I know I'm not going to use. Am I going to use Buff Out? No, I'm not going to use it. Get rid of it. Disease Cure, yes. Med-X, no. Mentats, no. Psycho, no. Now, normally I would get rid of any diluted items, but because I am in the early game, I'm going to be keeping those. Cancel. I'm going to be keeping those. I've got bobby pins. I definitely want to keep those. Now, notice how there are tons of notes in here. One of the first things that I will do in this particular vendor is I will start to basically buy out the vendor. And notice there's a chemistry workbench in there. That's a great one to start, so you can have your own chem bench. The Tinker's Workbench is great as well with 575. Now, you're going to also find these things on other characters' camps, and they might have it in there for like 10 caps, or like me, I give them away for free. If I already know it, I give it away for free in the Wasteland. Even at low level, I give it away for free, which is cool. But I do not have enough resources right now to build a big old camp out. I need to backlog some of my resources. Now, you could, in theory, sell some of this stuff here, but it's worth 0, so it's not really going to help you. So again, we'll come back and we'll look into those. And now you can also find those recipes around the world, by the way. You don't have to just buy them from the thing. Now, if we needed some resources, we can grab it from there. I typically don't. There's different mods you can grab for any of your weapons. And sometimes this actually is very useful because if you can't find any shotgun shells and you're real low level, that this can be useful, but it's pretty expensive. Most shotgun shells or 38 ammo or whatever it is going to be cost you 1 cap from someone else's camp. right? So if you're trying to find, you know, good ammo, you go over there. It's 1 cap. You can buy basically 10 of them for the same price as you could buy. Or wait, this would be 25 caps. So you could buy 25 shotgun shells for the price of 5 caps. There we go. Pretty much. So the vendor is really expensive. So I suggest going and buying it from players. But if you're in a bind, that is a perfectly valid way to get started and buy stuff from there. Now, I'm going to actually just put this in here, and we're going to look at this next time about upgrading our armor, and then also about the mod system they have in the game. Now, we do have some things that we can do. We can make a floor decoration in the camp to get a bit of our going. So even at low level, you can still do some of your stuff, right? So we're going to go in miscellaneous instructions. Notice I still have all of these unlocked that I've unlocked from the Atom Shop, which is cool. So I could put a foosball table down and all of that. But again, I am very much in the beginning of the game, just worried about, we need floor decor, just worried about using the minimum amount of resources for the biggest return on that investment. And so we need our just super cheap rug, which I may not even know yet. Do I know my super cheap rug? Because that is a recipe that you do unlock. I don't think I do. I actually don't think I do. Oh, look, there's the alien. The alien corpse bed. That's cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just use the Vault-Tec one. Or do we got? Oh, we got one of these rugs. All right. We got. Oh, maybe this one is the one I'm looking for. Oh, look, it's Cappy. Yeah, so these are all, this is a Fallout. Some of those are Fallout first. Let's see. I kind of feel like maybe I just don't have it. I just don't have it on. You know what I mean? I can switch through all the various stuff. A bunch of Steins there. No, I may not have learned it yet. Okay, that's okay. We'll just use this. Now, the problem with this mat is it uses rubber. And I don't have a lot of rubber, but we can go ahead and just try to make 5 of them. Like so. And you see that this bar here, you know you're done when it does that, even though that hasn't caught up yet. Now, the problem is when you put that down and you go to scrap it, I only get 1 back, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and scrap it, get it back. And when I put it down, it costs me 2. So basically, it's like half of it is what you get back, right? So let's scrap all of these, get some of this resource back. Right there, very nice. All right, at least we got some of that back. And remember, that's going to actually drop back on your character. Sometimes it'll drop back on you. But we'll go ahead and just try to put that away. But again, it shows me there's nothing in there, so it actually still is in my inventory. Put it away for me. Put it away automatically. So let's see, what else? We got all that done. We had one more quest we wanted to try to get done. Buy an item or sell an item to another player. So what do we got up here? TARDIS has got a camp up here. Let's go ahead and jump up to his camp. One of the cool things, if you are playing with your friends, you can run over there and help them out with their daily. See, when I buy something, I'm going to get the daily, and then when he sells something, he's going to get the daily as well. So I'm going to run over here and see how his camp's doing. See if he's got anything for sale. You got anything for sale? Where is he at? Anything for sale in here? Oh, look, he's already got his stuff going. Look at him. Look at him cranking. Nice. Need something for sale here. You got something for sale? Oh, it's right here. There it is. Oh, duh. It's right in front of me. Duh. Like, literally right in front of me. Unless he just put it down and I didn't notice it. Oh, there's nothing in there. Yeah, put something in there for a cap or something, and then I'll buy it, and then you'll get credit for the daily, and I'll get credit too. Now, he's probably already done the day. You can actually do your dailies on your high-level characters, and then come back and just work on your low-level characters. I don't have any other characters. This is my only character now. And so he's going to put something in there for a cap. I'm going to go ahead and buy just one of it. And bam, there we go. And there we go. So buy an item or sell an item to the player. I got to do 3 of them. So I'm going to then just buy another one. And then buy another one. And again, this way it gets my daily done and then also his daily at the same time. So there you go. So GG. Big love, bro. Big love. Big love right there. All right. So there we go. Got that done. Oh, we got another one unlocked. Wow, we're actually getting ranks done even though we're full on noobing it up right now. Let's go ahead and check out our scoreboard. I've not looked in here in a while. All right, here we go. Cream sofas. We got that. Repair kit. Science guy pose. Now, I got about 2,000 caps. Each one of these is about 150. So if I wanted to do this, hey, Siri, what's 30 times 150?
30 times 150 is 4,500.
Yeah, so 4,500 caps I would need to get all the way to the end. Except for it also gives me more caps as well along the way. So I'm going to get 150 there, 150 there. So that's going to be an extra step. Now it says 4,500. Let's count how many steps I've got actually left here. I'm at 74. So it'd really be less than 30. It would be 26 steps. So roughly around 4,000 caps I would need. I'm at 2,000 caps. So yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble on this one. But well, here's what I suggest you do. You save your caps until the event is almost over, right? Just get as far as you can. Now, some people have been done with this for weeks and weeks, everybody, because they play a lot more than me. But we save as much as you can. You get as far as you can. And then when it's like a day or two left of the event, you just burn the rest of those caps, everybody. Just burn up the caps that you got from getting through the events, right? Because I even have 2 more here. So this is going to be another 300 atoms there. So that'll give me another 2 just from that. Right now, again, I have, let's say 1,500. So that would be 15 more I could go. That'd get me at least halfway. And I'm going to have to get the rest of the way myself. Or this would be 15, 16. Let's say 17 I can go. So I've got to get 10 more of these before the end, and then I can burn up the rest of those caps. Now, I don't mind, because they're doing such a great job on Fallout 76, dropping, $10 or whatever on some caps. Normally, I don't do any pay-to-win kind of stuff at all, but I don't consider that pay-to-win. I consider that just paying to support the game in that case. It's not like I'm buying an advantage in the game. It's not like I'm saying, oh, well, hey, now I've got better stats and I've got better armor than other people. So if I'm going to PvP those people, now I've got better armor and I've got better stuff, right? Very much like mobile games are really notorious for that. Like you play, I don't know, I don't want to name any names, but like when you're playing a game, right, and you realize that someone else has just got this massive army because they've just been buying all of the stuff, and then you have like this little tiny army and they just keep killing you over and over again. It sucks a lot of the fun out of it for me. Love his camp, though. That's a great starter camp. You can see he's been collecting tons of resources and crushing it over there. All right, back over here. Now, again, we could get into a bunch of that. But we're just going to do a little bit on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then on Thursdays is going to be our big day where we spend a lot more time on Fallout 76. Then we'll spend a little bit of time in Breakwaters, but we'll basically play the whole entire day. And we actually spent a lot of time on it today. We spent 3 hours on it today. We'll talk to you later, Settler. We'll go ahead and just park my guy over here. And we got up to level 5 today. And again, we're just going to keep going through the story. We're going to keep going through the dialogue, trying to do any of the dailies that we can. I would probably wait to at least level 5 or level 10 before you start getting involved in the events. Now, anytime you see Radiation Rumble, even if you're level 5, I would run down there and be part of it. I would absolutely be part of it every single time. Try to get an AoE weapon where you can just do explosive damage, and even if you do 1 damage to them, you could actually get a ton of loot and level up very, very quickly. Now, I'm not really in that big of a hurry, so I'm kind of on purposely not doing a ton of events because when you start doing events, your character starts leveling at an incredibly huge rate, especially if you're in a group. If you're in a group with 4 other people, you go do Radiation Rumble at low level, you're going to get 5, 10, maybe even 15 levels, depending on how many mobs come in and how many kills you get. You'll get a lot of levels just in that one event. Now, a lot of those events, by the way, you are going to get one shot. You're going to get killed all the time. You're going to have to keep going back all the time. I suggest when you are doing the event to not pick up any junk, because when you die, that junk is going to get dropped. And sometimes people don't care, and they'll pick up that stuff, right? So I would suggest pick up no junk. Make sure to put all your junk away in your stash or in your scrap box if you have Fallout first, and then go to the event. Battle all the mobs, die over and over and over again, because it's the only thing you drop is your junk. And then once you're done with the event, then pick up all the stuff and then put that away in your stash. Especially if you got a friend like me and you got Fallout first, and they can put their thing down, their tent down. Then you can run over to your tent, you can put your stuff in there, and you'll be off and running. All right, so I think we're gonna go with that. Very, very fun. Let me catch up a bit here on the chat. Appreciate you all hanging out. You keep the scoreboard allies. Yeah, I see that. Let's see. Corn, hype. Are you going to go with a power armor heavy gunner build again, or do you another build this time? I'll probably go with a very similar build. I love the shotgun. Shotgun's one of my favorite weapons. But, you know, I'm going to let fate kind of, guide me as I go through. If I have a tendency to get more laser weapons, I might go with those. If I get more kind of Gatling lasers or whatnot, now I can craft them eventually, but I'm going to see what I get as drops, especially my legendaries when we get to legendary mode and we start getting a bunch of legendary weapons. Now, we could probably get legendary weapons right now. We could just, when someone fires off a nuke, we could just, you get a radiation suit, go over there, and I've done it. I've done it like at level 5. I've gone off and actually got a bunch of loot at the s.p.e.c.i.a.l and got legendaries, because if you're part of that event and you get at least some damage on the s.p.e.c.i.a.l, you actually get the event. You may not actually get the loot from the s.p.e.c.i.a.l, but you actually will get the event done, and that event gives you legendaries. So there you go. There you go. Legendaries at the very beginning. Then there's a jerk selling ammo for 20. I just ignore those guys. Got a month to go. Yeah, I know. I got to get cooking. Low-level characters will get XP and level challenges faster, so that helps. It does. It does if you're in a hurry. I'm in no hurry. Again, I get my other characters level 460. My other characters before that, I don't even remember. Level 100, level 200, I don't remember. If you add them all up, it's like level 1,000, because I've been playing since the very beginning of the game. And actually have a low amount of hours, if you think about it, only about 1,200 hours since playing since the very beginning, the beta on Xbox. Of course, it doesn't count the hours I've played on Xbox and PS4. I'm on PC right here. It doesn't count all those hours, but I actually have a low amount of hours, but in the way that my character has progressed, I do have a lot of levels for even having a low amount of hours. If you think about it, if you add up all those levels, that'd be 1,000 levels for only 1,000 hours. That's like a level per hour, right? If you think of it over an average overall on that time. So I don't really worry about levels, everybody. I like it to be a challenge. When you get past level 40 in any Fallout, and I've played them all multiple times all the way through, and I can tell you that about level 40, easy mode. Easy mode for sure. Now we got 2 more minutes here. What can we do for 2 more minutes? Maybe we could go ahead and again, check and see if we can craft anything. Maybe make a bunch of boiled water. Maybe we could do that. We've got some silt bean here we can get going. Let's check on our corn. Maybe we can find, oh, our corn is ready too. Awesome. So now we can take that. See that we had the 1 corn, and now we're going to take that corn that we just got from here. Now, I find that most stuff that you have in your camp, oh, and we can put our other camp stuff down. Most stuff that you have in your camp takes between 20 to 30 minutes or so before it actually comes up until it completely fills up to a point in which you can harvest it. Now, if you notice that I started with 1, and then now I got 2 more, so now I actually have 3. So it actually is going to help get that going. One of the things that does happen here in Fallout 76. Now, here's another thing that's wild. I didn't even know this was a thing. I just noticed it just now. Vintage water cooler. Where do we get that from? How do we get that? I never even seen that before. How do you get the vintage water cooler? I never even bothered to see that before. What's that underwater? Yeah. I don't know. Is that an Adams thing? Now, the thing I want, actually, normally I look for the large one, the large water thing, but I've recently discovered that the middle level one is actually the better one because it actually takes up less space and you get more of them in and it produces more faster because you have more of them than to burn up all the space of the big one, right? So I can get basically 4 of these in the same spot of these. This is going to produce 3 maximum. This is going to produce 5 maximum. If I've got 4 of these, right? 4 times 3 is 12. So in the same space, I'm going to get 12 backlogged, and this is going to backlog 5. See the difference, right? Yeah, that's the Kismet. That's the Wasteland Tycoon style of thinking. I've never seen that water cooler thing. I dig it, though. That's cool. We'll have to track that down. It's from the Treasure Hunters. It gives you purified water. I never even noticed, everybody. We'll get into that. Ooh, look at this cool antler light. All right, let's not get distracted. Let's see. Where is that under? Resources. There we go. Now, we want to get our popcorn machine going, too. I wonder if it kept my blueprints. Oh, it did not. It did not keep my blueprints. Okay. Show me all the blueprints. All right. Now, before we get into that battle here, let's go ahead and put our popcorn down right here. Now, these are things that you can unlock in the game. Some of these are items that you find from vendors, and then some of them are ones you get from the Atom Shop. Among the things I like to put down right away are things that generate stuff for me passively while I'm out and about in the world. One of the ones that I love are these Assaultrons. So you have these various kind of collectrons, actually, stations that you can use. I have like the Scavenger one, the Santatron, which is really annoying, the Brotherhood of Steel one, which is really annoying. I love the Red Rocket one. I think that one's really great. And of course, I think this is an homage to Dogmeat, everybody. By the way, if you didn't know, the real-life Dogmeat actually passed away some time ago. But big love, because Dogmeat is actually my favorite companion of all time. And whether you are the biggest white knight or the most evil person with the, curling your mustache in the wasteland, he loves you all the same. And that's why I love Dogmeat. He doesn't judge you. He doesn't judge you at all. So let's go ahead and put down this. Now, what this does is this passively is going to collect me resources when I'm not even around. So I could have done this at the beginning, and then when I come back, I'm going to have food, I'm going to have honey, and that honey is going to allow me to boost my action points. And then, of course, this is basically a junk node. So he's going to go collect a bunch of junk, put it here in the Collectron station, I can take it, and then add it to my stuff. Now, here's a really great tip for you, everybody. One of the things that I discovered, and it actually stunned me that I never thought of it before, is when you go take over somewhere, like here at the power plant, if you go take over that power plant, you can actually put these down. You can put down the Collectron station. You can put down the popcorn. You can put down the beehive at every single workshop in the game. Every single one. So you could basically have 15 fetch nodes going and 15 popcorn and whatever. I forget how many there is total. I think there's 20-something total. Actually, by the way, the one I couldn't find was Minoga. I was like, there was one left that I couldn't find, and I finally found it. Let's see. I think it's World, right? Let's see how many workbenches there are. It's 20-something. Hack terminals. Oh, look, I got all the survivor stories there. Emerged from Vault 76. Well, that's an easy one. I kind of wish I resetted all of these. I wish there was a way to reset those. I should have maybe deleted my character before I moved it over. Maybe I would have lost those and then could have redone them. Oh, well. All right, I forget where that is. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Claim different workshops. Yeah, it's 21 workshops in the game. And so there they all are right there. And then a lot of these I haven't even done. I definitely need to get back to these. Complete events while wearing a costume or mask. And these are a whole bunch of achievements. You unlock a bunch of atoms. Now, of course, they get harder and harder as you go along. Like, you got to kill robots with a pistol, and I've got to kill 1,000 robots with a pistol. That's a lot, everybody. I don't use pistols all that much. Bladed weapon, I got to kill the robots with a bladed weapon. By the way, one of my favorite weapons to use on robots, and actually I had one that was really nice, just like two-shotted robots, is the Gronox axe, which is really, really fun. Fun way to do that. Craft grenades. I don't use grenades. Plasma weapons. Oh, I need one more on plasma weapons. I should have scrapped my plasma weapon before I deleted my character. I could have got one more. But that's okay. I'm sure we'll get that as we go along. Now, there's a lot of things also we need to go back and do. I still got credit for Astounding Tales and Backwinds and Bulls and all of this stuff. Now, again, this is how you earn atoms. You go through and you find all of these things as you go along. But I've got a lot of this stuff already done from before, and I kind of wish I had resetted all of that. I'm sure I could buzz them and say, hey, could you reset all that for me? Maybe customer service. I don't know if they really do that or not. But such the way it goes. All right, look, we got more corn while we were standing around talking. So let's get going. Now, one of the cool things about putting down corn and other stuff is that very quickly you're going to have enough food to survive. Now, in most games that I play, food is always a primary thing. Food, water, and then shelter and everything you do. All right, so let's, man, I could just play this all day long. All right, thanks for hanging out, TARDIS. I'm going to switch over to Satisfactory and take a break first. I appreciate my crew being super patient, everybody. That's why I try to warn everybody when they are playing with me is that I'm going to go very slow. I'm going to be reading the dialogue. I'm going to do all that because it's not going to be just me running out, shooting stuff and killing stuff and doing all of that. And that's why I usually warn my team whenever I'm playing MMOs or when I'm playing games like this. I'm slow playing, right? I'm not trying to rush through the game. Now, let's go ahead and run back out to the main menu. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back. I'm going to let you guys enjoy some of my AFK highlights while I am off walking around for a minute, and then I shall be right back. But let me catch up on the chat before I go. Oh, we got to do the battle first. Hold on. We'll do a battle first before I go. Vintage water coolers from holiday gifts. You could have gotten it on April 1st. Oh, I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know it was a thing. Oh, well. I'm not that big of a loss. All right, let's go ahead and go to it. To battle! All right, it's battle time, everybody. Let's blow up this battle here. I mean, we got 66. Now we're talking. We got even more units than they got. Let's get them. Now, remember, if you are the MVP and you have 6 units down, we are going to go ahead and... give out 1,000 Kiss-Cats. We got a giveaway going on for a Stream Raider skin. Remember, I'm going to be doing giveaways all week long. We're going to do some random game giveaways tonight, so make sure to be around for that. Also tomorrow and on Saturday. Thanks also to Rotisserie G and all of you who do help support the stream. That's where all these giveaways come from. And of course, also sometimes they're donated to the stream. But in this case, it's all supported by all of you, so I appreciate it. All right. Let's open the captain's chest. Give you guys some love. TARDIS, Akia, Les Marble getting the love, and guy named Mike being awesome, being our MVP with 18 assists there. Nice job. Oh, man, look at these legendary scrolls. Sweet. There we go. And again, keep these battles going. Right over here. How we doing? 2 skull there. Let's go ahead and put our saint down this time. Try to get our saints in there. And that's going to put down 3 saints. So we'll try to get that going. We'll use some very highly detailed battle plans with, you know, all of this really intense battle planning. There we go. Just so I can get the achievement or get the thing unlocked. All right, back to my other screen. Let's go. Yeah, big love to dog meat. Big love to dog meat, big time. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy my AFK highlights. We're going to come back. We're going to play some Satisfactory. We're going to check in on our factory. We've been using time as the ultimate factor to build the ultimate factory.
Bye.
Bye. And so I'll be right back. Take it easy, Flux. I'll be right back in just a minute. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Help support more videos just like this one and keep the Kismet love train a-going by dropping by my Patreon and showing your support. Big thanks going out to Resident Spike, Riverdog, Rotisserie G, JC Hunter, AMZ, and Carlos. Click to watch more videos, and I'll see you next time.